on and we're live! Hello all, welcome back to the INVICTUS stream! My name as always is Mr. Harlan Guthrie and I am here with the one, the only Miss Jo Fallak.
Hi, hello.
And the ever attractive and handsome Mr. Justin Thomas James. And ladies and gentlemen, we are here on this Wednesday night to bring you Frightmares, Death House, Part 3. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the INVICTUS stream. We stream every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, and tonight we bring you part 3 of a series called Death House. This is actually a D&D module from the Curse of Strahd, I believe?
It is, yes.
Yeah, I know thing. And we are running it sort of with a modern twist. We're doing it with a sort of like a ghost hunter feel to it, and it's been a lot of fun. So if you haven't watched the first 2 episodes, you know what? I think we're going to be okay because Joe is going to summarize it before we actually dive into the nuts and bolts a little bit through the power of flashback. But hope everyone's having a good night out there in land. Just land, not a theme.
Lands.
Not La La Land, not technical land, just lands. That's what they are. Tonight is of course going to be an 18+ show. If you are uncomfortable with no words and thematic violence and death, you shouldn't be watching this because the title is literally Death House.
It's a death house.
A lot less fun than that, but it is still going to be a lot of fun.
We
so
specifically have themes of infanticide. So if that is not your whole deal,
if that's not your bag, baby.
I mean, I don't know very many people who are like, I'm all about it. But
if that's not your bag, baby, put the bag, baby. No.
put the baby back in the bag.
Anyway, infanticide, a lot of fun, infanticide. But anyway, 18+ show. Yeah, if that's not your bag, baby, then you put it back. If you are watching this on YouTube, please make sure to like the video and also subscribe to us. When you subscribe to us, Justin gets his wings.
Oh, there's one. Oh my god! Oh my god! This is amazing! Oh wow, everybody! I'm so high! I'm so high! Unsubscribe! Oh no!
Now he's floating in circles with only one wing. Give him the oh, and he fell to his death. You just killed Justin. So please subscribe to us. Also, follow us on Twitter. We are at INVICTUS Stream. Follow us on Instagram. We are at the INVICTUS Stream. And most importantly, join us on Facebook. Facebook, we have a Facebook page which you can like, and we can join the Facebook group. Our Facebook group is currently sitting at 998 members. We are almost at the coveted grand. So 2 more peeps. Who's going to be lucky 1,000? I don't know. I think they're going to get a kiss and a gut punch.
Does Facebook do anything to celebrate our magnanimous achievement?
They better. I hope. Yeah, for sure. They better give me a high five.
When you get 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, they give you like access to some cool video recording equipment in their New York office or whatever the fuck.
What? I know that you get a plaque. Well, you get plaque because you don't brush, but you get a plaque when you get a certain amount, like 1 million.
I could be lying.
You could have plaque, but either way, make sure you join the Facebook group. There's only 2 people away. If you join during the stream, you're going to get a shout out for sure. So that's going to be.
We are going to shout at you.
You should join right now. If you've just been, sitting on your hands, watching all of our streams, but not, joining because, I'm not that type of person. I just want to sit back and watch them. Join.
Yeah.
You'll get so much glory.
You'll get all the glory. Like the glory of the kill. Join us. And you'll get a striptease from me, apparently, says Galen.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Some people might want it. If you want it, you'll get a striptease.
Keeps on giving.
Well, yeah, it does. So yeah, please make sure that you join the group. Also, when you're a part of the group, you have a chance to win the most valuable post. Oh, yeah. The most valuable post is the post of the week that we like to distinguish amongst the drivel. No, amongst everything else. Just to say thank you for you guys being such an awesome fucking community. And man, this week had some really good posts. He did not win, but I want to shout out to our new and good friend, Mr. Johnny Cowling, from the Chronicle Brewing Co., who's going to come up in a few seconds as well, because he had a really good post this week about Flatter Day. And
I loved that one.
I know, me too. It was so fucking sweet. And he was like, comment below with about the person above and give a compliment. And honestly, I think we need to do this every Saturday, John, because I think that was such a great idea.
That's such a great idea. A recurring flatter day.
A recurring flatter day. I think it would be such a great idea. The Chronicle Brewing Co. Anyway, but he did not win. I just wanted to do a shout out because that was such a fucking great idea. The MVP this week goes to our good friend, Mr. Drew Paul. For his post. Drew Paul. For his post, which he only did like 10 hours ago, which was just about the Wednesday hump, and he sort of said, what are your goals? He's like, not your, I want to provide for my family and I want to work a long life. He's like, what are your sort of like weird goals? And here's the thing I love about Drew, and here's the thing I loved about that post. It wasn't just a platform for which to share your ideas and then move on. Drew commented on every single person who commented on that post, and he didn't just say, sounds good. He like added thought and like an opinion and asked more questions, and like I said that I always wanted to be, I want to stay a silly dad. I want to be a silly guy for the rest of my life, because to me, the moment my dad sort of faded from that silly dad to like business, it really bummed me out. And I always was something that I was like important to me to make sure that I never lose sight of that important side of me. And that's why I'm 30 years old and running a stream on a Wednesday night. But
I'm gonna get my pilot's license and raise chickens.
Exactly, and hopefully not in the same plane, because that
you never know.
Well, anyway, but Drew commented on my post and stuff and was like, oh, you know, he's like, my dad was this. So it wasn't just like awesome. He like added his thoughts to it as well. So well done, Drew. You win this week's MVP. Going back to
points have been updated, Drew Paul.
Good. And going back to like 20 minutes ago when I was talking about Johnny from Chronicle Brewing Co. So I wanted to mention a few quick things about the Chronicle Brewing Co. As you guys remember last time, they provided us with some beer, so we drank it and shouted out to them. However, we've been talking with them, and we are also going to be doing a game night at their brewery, probably sometime this fall, either late September or early October. We're going to be setting up there. Me, Justin, Joe, and Chris are all going to be running tables for people. Come out to Bowmanville if you're in the Toronto area, or if you're around there. Come out to the Chronicle Brewing Co. Sit down at a table with us. The four of us are going to be GMing. We're going to be drinking. We're going to be having a good fucking time. It's going to be a Saturday night. So, I mean, how excited are you guys for this?
So excited. Try some delicious beer. Play some games.
What's the oh god, why can't I remember it? The one with the
because you had so many. The Mind Flayer IPA.
The Mind Flayer.
Mind Flayer.
So good.
Yes.
It is
So good.
Beer, I think.
So if you are in the area, come on out. If you are not in the area and you know someone from the area, tell them to come out, because we want to get as many people as we can.
You know what? They should have called it the Illithid IPA, because Illithids are Mind Flayers, but then you're going with the alliteration with a double I. Just a suggestion.
Illithid IPA.
Aye, I like it. Take that suggestion in your pipe and smoke it, John. But yeah, so we're going to be doing that. Details to follow. But again, if you know someone around here, get out here. Let's play. This is going to be the first time that the four of us in the Invictus crew are going to be GMing. Turn off your goddamn phone, Justin.
Shaw advertising.
You should have taken the call.
Yeah, you
Hello?
should have. Did you take it?
They hung up.
Well,
Motherfuckers.
they have politeness at least. No, but come out, Bowmanville. It's going to be the first time that the four of us are going to be jamming together. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to get to look over at a table and see sexy Chris and me winking at him. And it's going to be crazy. So, you know, maybe plan a vacation up around that time. And then the other thing I'm going to say is we've been working with Chronicle Brewing Co. as well on a really cool batch, a very sort of, limited number of tall boys for a wheat beer. And we've been working with them, and we have gone to the patrons, you guys, to get a name idea. And if you are a Patreon subscriber, go to the Patreon page right now and submit as many ideas for an awesome Invictus brew as you can think of. We already have a few really good ones, and ones that I'm so fucking excited about already. But we are going to be taking probably, just a whole whack of these tall boys. We're going to be labeling them with Invictus beer, and we're going to be drinking them and bringing some down to Seattle, Seattle. Why the fuck did I say Seattle? Where is this?
We're going to Buffalo.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
We're going to bring some beer down to Buffalo to share with the broodlings who come and play games with us and who get to meet with us there.
And the broodlings that try out this beer are officially going to have their names changed to broodlings.
But that's the same thing, Justin. I don't understand. Oh! Yeah, so broodlings. That's good. That's clever.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
So yeah, we're going to be
tonight.
smuggling some beer into the States to Buffalo. So if you were on the fence about coming to Buffalo and you're like, yeah, it's a bit of a drive, and get your ass to Buffalo. Get your ass to Mars.
If you are one of the border patrol agents who mans the fence between us and Buffalo, please kindly disregard the last few moments of our
be cool.
stream.
Be cool.
Just be cool.
Also, last question, and this is not for any real reason. If some of the Invictus crew were to come to Philadelphia, how many broodlings would be able to make it to that? I'm just curious about something.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. But ultimately, these areas, we're trying to find centralized areas, and these things are pretty far out. And someone today was like, oh, next time you come to Philly. So I'm curious, you know, if you're looking at that on a map, is that a place you would come to? I would like someone watching to make a post on Facebook right now. I'm looking at Megan. Yeah, let's say Megan. Can you make a post right now and just saying how many people would come to Philly? And then if you can come to Philly, comment under that so it's in one place. Sorry, Megan, I singled you out, but I know you're good for it, so. Just because, you know, just check it, something. You know, never know. Anyway, so yes, Chronicle Brewing Co., small batch Invictus Brew. If you are a Patreon subscriber, go give us your name idea. If you are not a subscriber, maybe join. How you doing?
Oh, question, Harlan.
Answer, Joe.
That Philly timing that we were talking about earlier, does that coincide with Extra Life by any chance?
No, it'd be after.
Okay.
So it'd be like probably early December.
After. Okay.
A fair amount after. I think Extra Life is November 4th, isn't it?
That's what it was last year.
Oh, right. So November 7th, maybe? I don't know. I have it on my phone. But no, this would be coinciding after with...
End of November. That's correct. The timing. Mm-hmm.
Yep, end of November. So if this is something that you would like... Extra Life is November 3rd this year, just so I can say it on the stream.
Cool. But
yeah, just take a look if you can come into Philly. Post under Megan's post, which I'm sure she's already done. Maybe, hopefully. Thanks, Megan. That is it from us. Is there anything else? This is Paul, not even missing a beat. Like for PAX?
Yeah, it's like, well, maybe. Like
maybe. Maybe. I mean, these are things that we're trying to decide now, right? I mean,
someone asked us, like, hey, y'all want to go? And we're like,
Well, I mean, these are also the things that being a Patreon subscriber and supporter gives us the opportunity to do. If we have to spend money to get to the fucking States and drive down there or fly down there, it's never going to happen. We'll never meet you. But if this is a place where a bunch of broodlies can come and we can not have to go into debt to get there, that makes it justifiable. So if you want to meet us IRL, these are the kind of shit we can and want to do. So, absolutely. And Megan did the post. Thank you so much, Megan. So yeah, go post. Let's see how many people would make it out to Philly, say end of November, around PAX time. Anyway, and Justin would come, obviously, that time.
Yeah.
Just including you. Your dad was born in Philly.
He was born in West Philadelphia. I haven't been there since a funeral, actually, since I was very, very, very young.
And I've only been to Philadelphia once, and I hated it.
You didn't like it?
It was a stopover. It was not a good... I'd never left the airport. It's not Philly's fault.
That's not a great representation of a city.
I don't think so.
Like, I've driven through Philly once, and you really can't tell because they have, like, fences up along the
highways. For sure, but if you drove through and someone spit in your face every moment in Philly, you probably wouldn't have a good association.
Well, they did.
Is that what happened to you at the airport?
No, I'm just using an analogy. Allegory?
Did you know that back like hundreds and hundreds of years ago was considered like a cure for people when you have nightmares to have someone spit in your face? If you wake up with a night terror, you like spit in my face, spit in my face.
You know, my little boy has had a few night terrors. I think I have.
Spit on your boy.
I'll spit more on him because already sometimes it's like, Henry, stop being a jack. That's just how I do things. I didn't know that. That's a really interesting. Maybe we should work that into Death House.
Yeah, you never know.
Mal might want to spit all over Dustin. Yeah, good segue. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, unless we have anything else to add for the intro? I don't think so. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us start Frightmares' Death House, Part 3.
Just film everything. Just don't stop filming, okay? Whatever you do, don't you dare stop filming.
Last time on Death House, we see an image of Mal as he shakenly turns a door handle and pushes open a door to reveal a floating specter of a woman in a torn up white dress with blood leaking down the front. And then he closes the door. We see a shot of a flashlight playing over the forms of old furniture draped in white, dusty linen. We see a bedroom. We see the camera's floodlights playing over a taxidermied rug of a tiger skin. We see old furniture. We hear Dustin from behind the camera, "Oh shit," as he sees through the camera lens a dark stain spreading across the surface of the ceiling. There's a scene where Mal is knocking a hole open in a bricked up doorway, and the camera's floodlight reveals inside 2 skeletons, child-sized. And then inside the bedroom, Mal and Amanda are investigating. Mal looks at a dollhouse in a corner of a room, realizes that it's a replica of the house that they are in, and discovers, oh my god, is that? He points at a secret staircase leading all the way down from the attic down, where you presume the basement may be. And finally, we see the ghost of Thomas appearing, terrified, weeping above the skeletal remains of him and his sister. His incorporeal form floats towards Amanda and gets pulled inside her. She starts violently quaking, her spittle flying out of her mouth. She attacks Mal, bites him savagely in the neck. Episode 3. So Mal, you are downstairs taking a leak, and Dustin has just decided that he wanted to take Amanda downstairs to the conservatory where the television set is. So we left off with Dustin and Amanda both heading downstairs to the 2nd floor. I will move us accordingly on our map. And we are descending into the darkness, apart from... Do you have your camera on?
Oh, I sure do, yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually using one of my smaller cameras. I've just got my big one slung onto my back. Because it's easier just to maneuver my phone. I've got the light too, so...
And I feel like Amanda probably, we didn't mention this last episode, but she probably shrugged out of the rifle that she had been carrying on her back. So right now she's not armed.
That's a good idea for someone being possessed.
Yeah, to not also have a rifle.
Yeah.
So we descend down this spiral staircase to what is it called? It's like a room, entry room. It's on the
grand foyer.
It's like on the 2nd floor, this big red carpeted spiral staircase, and this is the area where there were some taxidermied stags and foxes, I believe. We had caught them moving on camera before, and if you'll remember, there are doorways to the east and west. The western doorway leads to the conservatory. The eastern doorway leads to the study where you had found the secret room behind the bookshelf.
Right. I shout up the stairs. Mal, are you coming? Hey, Mal! Mal, I think we've got a chance for a good shot.
What?
Get down here. We got a chance for a good shot. We need you.
Okay, hold on. And he like tucks his penis back into his like super tight leather pants. For some reason, I'm picturing he's wearing that. He basically was dressed like Ian Malcolm.
Good. This is a good detail to know.
Yeah, it's really important.
Blood just like pooling down like.
Yeah, you've been bitten. Like.
Yeah, but. So he zips it back up and it's really tight, and he's like, ah. And he walks over to the sink and like turns on the water and like splashes some water on it and like looks up to the mirror and like for a second he kind of just like looks at his face.
Mm-hmm.
Mal!
Does it appear normal in the mirror?
Your face?
Yeah.
Your face looks normal. It's paler, maybe more damp with perspiration than you would like for your shoot. Your shirt is being stained progressively by the blood that's caking your trapezoid.
And I'm kind of like, it's okay, Mal. You got this. You're the man. Okay, let's do this. And I head towards the door. And head out to the foyer.
I say foyer. Is that not?
I do too. No, I'm just being funny. It's like a buffet.
Foyer.
Oh.
They also say roof.
They do. Some say roof.
I've heard every American say roof.
A Midwestern thing.
Yeah.
The roof.
I think it's a colloquialism. Depends on where you're from.
I
anyway,
say colloquialism.
Atlanta.
Oh, I should say that we have revealed everything on this floor, and so the secret staircase has also revealed itself, running down the northern side of the house. So, we enter the conservatory, or are we going to wait for Mal to join us, Dustin?
I'll come down. Do I walk down unimpeded?
Yeah, nothing happens.
Oh, okay.
You walk down some stairs.
Perfect. I thought something. Okay.
Mal, so and I've stopped Amanda in front of the door, and I say, okay, I've got a good shot. I got lots of juice left on my phone.
And Mal sort of looks at Amanda like with this.
This next room, you remember this is the one with the TV. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking there might be something with the siblings, right? Because the daughter was in with the TV. And then Thomas is here, and so we're gonna reunite them, and we're gonna get that in the shot. So like maybe say something about like reuniting the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting point. Counterpoint. What if instead, before we bring her in there, we put her in the middle of this room, and I sort of do some seance stuff around her, and then that way, when she gets healed, we can cut it to make it seem like I fixed her.
Yeah, but then we won't like get some actually good shots, you know? Like that seems a little staged. It's a little staged to me, Mal. We're going for the real deal. We got such a good opportunity.
Yeah, well, the real deal bit me in the fucking neck.
Amanda's just like,
don't cry. You bit me.
Yeah. Are you okay, Mal? Like, is that like, do you need like a bandage?
I don't know. Can you check it out? You left me.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to leave her alone.
you can roll a medicine check if you would like.
Oh yeah, let me roll
D20 plus your whatever you got.
I'm gonna do that. Oh, I'm rolling red.
What?
Oh, that's a 4.
It was bad luck.
Oh no.
Bad luck. Oh no. Hey, I think it looks good, Mal. I don't see anything wrong with it.
You actually you're kind of like poking around the perimeter of the wound, and you like poke him really hard in the neck.
Ow!
Mal.
God damn it! Does that not hurt?
Look at me.
Yeah.
You've got some really, really good shots. I mean, this is the sort of stuff that as soon as it goes on the internet, it's gonna make you famous, Mal. You're gonna be famous.
You mean more famous?
Yeah, Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I meant. More famous.
Because I mean, I'm already pretty famous. If you Google me, I'm the first picture that pops up.
Like, look at this shot, and I bring the camera around as like Amanda's just kind of like standing in the corner, like, and I like open the screen, the viewfinder, and I show him, and it's just like, I'm Mal. We're going in to find some ghosts. See, look at this. Look at this,
yeah.
Mal. Look,
yeah,
this is
no,
you.
It's good.
This is going to be you. It's going to be shown to millions upon millions. At least 10 million people are going to see this.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. And maybe this will bump out that naked picture of me when you Google search my name. I think this will.
Yeah.
And as you turn back toward Amanda, you realize she has actually turned the knob of the conservatory and has gone into the room. You hear the static of a TV set, and you see a light cast across the floor of the room before you turn the corner to see the television has put all of its pieces back together. The screen is now whole again.
Okay.
It's
okay.
just
Start
static.
filming. We got this.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Do your thing, Mal. You got this.
Amanda's been okay. Amanda's been possessed by the baby boy Thomas. In the room behind me, she's gone in on her own accord. We're gonna follow in and find out exactly what the reconnecting of these two spirits means. And I turn around as he's sort of like over my shoulder, and I walk in. Thomas, we mean you no harm. You know me. Amanda knows me. I'm Mal Crawford. I show up first on a Google search, and I take my phone out of my pocket and slide it across the floor. Use it.
Amanda is standing in the middle of this conservatory, bathed in the light of the television screen, and her head is doing like that crazy juddery thing that you see in horror movies. Her fingers are just like twitching and twisting into clenched fists at her sides. She's just staring at the television that's sitting on the floor amid all the dust in the room, and she's just staring at the TV. And you slide your phone across the floor and nothing happens. She's staring. She's not crying, she's not speaking, she's not trying to bite you.
All right, Thomas, if you're not gonna Google my name, can you hand me my phone back, please? and Mal sort of turns around and says, these spirits are almost 20 years old. They don't understand technology and that phones can be used as internets. I'm gonna try to make contact once again with Thomas, even though the last time I barely got away with my life. And I point to the small, very small wound on my neck in the light, barely like.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, and I turn around. This is Mal Crawford contacting the spirit in the body of Amanda Oliver. Speak with me now, I command thee. And I'll roll idiot roll.
What does that mean?
No, I'll roll I guess, it's not, is it charisma? I can try.
What are you trying to do?
Trying to contact Thomas. Persuasion?
Yeah, sure.
Performance?
Go for it.
19. So
hey.
if it's persuasion, it's 22. If it's performance, it's 23. So
yeah, sure. So Amanda turns around and she's now like silhouetted from the back. The light from the TV is like streaming from behind her, and you can't see her face. It's just dark. And you hear Thomas's voice again. Yeah. What is it?
And I turn back to Dusty and say, I've now made connections with the spirit inside Amanda's body. And I turn back. Thomas, we mean you no harm. We want to help you. But you need to leave our friend's body because she's a cook and she can cook you all the food you want.
I can't do that.
Your sister is in that TV behind you. Good. You should totally leave it and be with her.
I can't do that, Mal.
Then let us help you. What do you need?
I don't know.
Make you...
I don't know. I'm so lonely. I just want to be here with you. This is fine, right? This is fine.
And I turn back to Dustin. But it wasn't fine. Amanda, I mean Thomas. Your sister. Where are her bones?
We get a edit for the TV show where it shows.
Oh, was she holding both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of the children were upstairs.
Right, okay. So this one spirit is trapped in the TV. The other spirit is now possessing Amanda. She doesn't know. Thomas doesn't know what it wants to leave. Can we tie you here? We'll feel a lot safer.
What? Tie me up? No. No, I don't want to be trapped.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, we won't tie you up.
And I bend down and pick up my phone.
Mal.
Yeah.
What if, as an angle for the show, we let the boy possess Amanda's body? Because look at these shots, and I show him the phone, and Amanda's face is like, just like, look at these. This is really good. Like, you can't act, Amanda couldn't act that. She was kind of stale, to be honest. But like now, this is legit. So like, what if we just let the incorporable spirit of Thomas.
Incorporable. It's incorporable, Dustin.
Sorry. I know you're. Incorporable spirit of Thomas stay in Amanda and then just go about it as if he was now part of the team.
But we can't let a spirit take Amanda. She's hot. If we just let some sort of spirit take hold of her, then what are we... Okay, if this does get out and it's $10 million, what if we're tried? What if they think we murdered her? What if they think we put her up to it? She's too hot. No, we have to get Thomas out of her.
All I'm saying is that maybe we don't have all the pieces yet to get Thomas out of there. Maybe if we continue on with Thomas in Amanda's body, then we'll be able to come to a solution and get Thomas out at the end of the show.
All right. But I don't think we can trust Thomas to come with us. I think we should lock her in the conservatory.
I don't think he's gonna like that, though.
No.
But would you trust that?
No, I don't want to stay here.
Thomas.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna make you stay here, Thomas.
We were having a conversation, Thomas.
Don't you dare lock me in this room.
Mal, hey, we're not gonna lock you in the room. Mal, dude, friend, brother. We're trying to get good shots.
Yeah, but Thomas is being a dick.
Yeah, I know, but Amanda is really, really great in these shots. You know? It's good to have someone for you to bounce off of.
Fine.
Like, kind of like a, like a sidekick sort of thing. Like, think of Thomas as your sidekick.
Yeah, fine. Thomas. And I turned back and I said, fine, you can come with us, but don't crowd my shots and stop being a jerk and don't bite me.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Mal, okay. So now that Thomas is on our side...
He's being a dick. Why are you taking his side? Ugh.
I'm not taking his side. I'm saying that Thomas maybe has some answers. He might be able to help us get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. No, you're right. I just wish he wasn't. I feel like he's like stepping on my shit. I feel like he's like trying to.
No.
I feel like he's trying to like upstage me. But like this Amanda stuff, like those are good shots. Like what if she becomes the focus of the documentary? What if it becomes like some exorcism shit?
Dude. Listen to the dialogue that's coming out of his mouth, okay? Or her mouth, or whatever.
Yeah, it sounds like a petulant child.
Well, exactly. See? You actually, you know what you're talking about. Like, look at this bit. And I scroll back.
And it cuts to me being like, Amanda, our super hot assistant. And then that's it. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right. Yeah.
Dialogue.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay.
Both of you roll perception check for me, please.
8 plus.
Ooh, natural 20.
Ooh. 5, so 12 or 13.
Dustin, you hear chanting for the first time coming from somewhere in the house. You've never heard this before. I don't think, Mal, you made it clear that you had heard this either.
No.
But now Dustin is starting to hear it. And additionally, Dustin, you hear the sound of footsteps clearly crossing a room above you.
Whoa. Mal, do you hear that?
Yeah, film it. I got this. I got the popometer. And I pick up this like long stick with a small little paper hat on it, and I lift it up towards the roof.
Sorry, a popometer?
The popometer.
It's long with a hat on it?
A small paper hat at the top. Looks like a pope hat, basically.
Great.
And I hold it up to the ceiling, and like really softly, I crush the paper hat into the ceiling. Yeah.
And it starts to whistle.
Okay. And I look to Dustin, I'm like, I just not. It's like it's not supposed to do that. And I'm like, it's not supposed to do that. I don't know. And I fold it back up. It's like sort of like a, like, you know, one of those things. I put it back in my thing.
It's like collapsible.
Yeah, and the paper hat is just like crushed on the top of it. I'm like, something's above us. We need to get to the secret staircase that I saw. Thomas, come on.
What?
And he starts walking. Come on. And
He's
I push
like
past Dustin.
clearly showing, despite this is a ghost possessing your production assistant, that he's like an 8-year-old boy. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
What?
and like I'm trying to make it clear that emotionally Mal is basically now combating another 8-year-old boy with his own 8-year-old personality.
Amazing.
And he like walks up the stairs and he's like, come on.
Okay. All right, we're going back upstairs.
Yeah, that's where the stairs were towards the basement, right?
Is that where the chanting is?
The chanting seems louder as you go upstairs, yes.
Okay.
So I believe we have been everywhere now on these top levels, yes. So everything has been revealed to you.
Oh.
Mal, you know that the doorway into the spiral staircase down to the...
It's in the spooky room, I remember.
Yeah. So it's on the attic floor, the same floor as where the children's room is.
So I get to the top and like Dustin is filming from the back and Amanda's like come up and like sort of like Thomas, not scared but like sort of absent-mindedly, and I like turn around to start my thing and he's in the way. Amanda's in the way and I'm like, get out! And I like push him like,
you!
There's a sound coming from the top floor. Amanda is possessed by the spirit of a little bitch, but we're gonna keep pushing on because we trust Amanda.
Keep making that face, Thomas.
Yeah.
Like
Stop! Don't! Stop making a face. Your butt. Cut. I turn to Thomas, like, who's like his like eyes are like glowing red and like just like mist coming off him, and like Mal is like unfazed, too focused on the
hair's like
shot.
blowing out behind her.
Yeah, and I'm like, Thomas,
got blood coming down her face. It's like, what?
Stop! You're messing up the shot. If you want to work with us, you got to stop. I'm the host.
You're not my boss.
Dustin!
Oh,
I can't work with this.
Okay, all right, Thomas, could you like stand like a meter, or 3 feet to the left, just like 3 feet over.
He takes like 3 long steps.
Fucking amateur hour.
Okay, all right, Mal, we are back now.
Okay. We heard a sound coming from above the floor above us. We're gonna go into the spooky spook room with Amanda's possessed spirit body, and we're gonna hope to our hopes that what was revealed in the dollhouse exists in this house. Frightmares.
Good. That was good. Hope.
That was great.
Hope
Thank you.
Hopes. Was that you just come up with that?
Yeah, I came up with that. I didn't hear Thomas say it. I didn't hear him say that.
No, I don't think he said it. That's all.
I don't think he said it. It was me. Yeah, I think it was me, right? Yeah, okay, let's go.
All right.
And I start walking, and I like glare at Thomas. So I walk by, and I head towards the spooky room.
Amazing. So the
And I'm gonna listen outside the door, obviously.
Yeah, so you listen outside of the door. We are on the 4th floor right now, the attic, and this is the room that we saw with all of the draped furniture in it. You hear nothing but a faint whisper of this chanting sound. As like
It's on the other side of this door?
Yeah, but it seems far away.
Okay. And I turn to the camera again. On the other side of this door, there's a faint chanting. Every instinct in my body says to turn around and head back downstairs. But that's not what we do on Frightmares. And I reach for the doorknob, and I turn it, cut, and I walk away. Say, I'm not opening that fucking door. Get him to do it. And I point to Amanda.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Interesting development. Okay, Thomas. or Amanda, whoever I'm speaking with.
Let's go with Tamanda.
Tamanda? Oh, that's good. That's good.
I don't want to open the door.
Fine,
Hey.
Amandus.
No, I don't. You do it. I don't want to.
Hey, guys. All right. We've got the two of you.
I'm here. I'm getting here, Dustin. I'm getting here. And you know when I get here, I leave.
I know.
I'm wavering here. I was here before, and I was here at times, but I'm here now.
Thomas, Mal was here first before you. Okay, Mal gets the spotlight, and he gets one or two, gimmies. So, like, if at one point he doesn't want to open a door, then that's the production assistant job. Since you're in the production assistant's body, it's got to be you, Thomas. I'm sorry, but
you get paid.
you can do it well. I know you can do it, and you're gonna be famous. I mean, like, we'll get this shot, and I mean, you're not gonna be as famous as Mal, but
actually, wait, hold on. You hold on. Thomas, you don't want to do it. He doesn't want to do it. Let's not make him do it. And I mean, you're right. It makes more sense. I should be in the shot, because if Thomas opens it and it's a cool shot, then he's going to be in it. So no, you know what?
The climax of the
right.
Of the
That's
show,
my thinking.
right?
So you know what? Thomas doesn't want to do it. Let's not force him to do it. He doesn't want to. You don't want to do it. You said you didn't want to do it, right?
No, I can't.
Can't do it. Doesn't want to do it. I'll do it. Makes sense. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Good, Mal. Okay. I'm filming. I'm zooming in on your hand.
Okay.
Around the knob. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah.
Line.
On the other side of this door lies the possible end to our adventure. Breathe now, because this might just take your breath away. And Mal opens the door slowly.
The handle is colder than you remember, and you see immediately there is a panel in the wall that has opened that wasn't open the last time that you came into this room. Apart from the clearly louder sound of chanting, there is a cool breeze, kind of a musty smell in this room. Some of the linen that's draped over the furniture is moving slightly, just with it's not a breeze, it's a draft. And apart from that, you don't see anything different.
All right.
I'm adjusting the light filter.
Yeah. Do it like a soft blue.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like this.
And I turn around and I enter the room slowly, and I walk to one of those clothed figurines. And I reach up, and I stop with my hand inches before it. And I'm like, cut. And I pull back, and I'm like, all right, let's go to this panel. And I walk over to the panel, and I open the door to the stairs.
Yeah, the door's already been cracked. So you don't actually disturb any of these sheets. But you move towards the secret staircase, and as you open this door, you reveal a narrow spiral staircase. It seems to be made of wooden steps that is contained within a very narrow shaft of mortared stone. It seems to be entirely enclosed, incredibly dark, and festooned with cobwebs. Any progress that you're going to make down this shaft of stairs, you're going to be just draped with spider webs.
And as you turn around now, Dustin is whispering to Thomas, or to Amanda, just like,
Hey, what? No. What? And like, Mal walks right over. What is this? Don't share sippy secrets. Susie's sippy.
No. I was just giving him
Susie sip secrets. Don't.
I was giving him some tips on.
We don't need sippy tips.
His placement. Just his placement. I didn't want him to be embarrassed.
No.
Like, his positioning sometimes is a little out of frame. Thomas, this is your house, right?
Yes.
Hey, okay, Mal. Why don't we get a scene of you asking Thomas what's downstairs?
You know what?
It's his house. He should know these
this
things,
little
right?
sippy secret, Susie secrets back and forth. I don't like it.
No, I'm sorry. All right, I didn't mean it anything
Fine.
against
Listen,
you, okay?
you and I are on thin ice.
Me and you?
Well, a bit.
Mal, I think the world of you. You're the only reason why I'm here.
Well,
I would never have done this if it was John Ronson.
now you listen here.
You know John
don't
Ronson?
mention that name. Oh, you know how that name gets me going.
Yeah, I know. For him, I wouldn't be getting these good shots. Admittedly, I could do the best camera work of my life, and it still wouldn't have been as good. You are the golden boy. You're the golden child. Yeah, I know. John Ronson.
But listen,
sucks. All right.
no more sippy secrets between the two of you, okay? And I stand at the top of the stairs. I'm like, just film it. We're gonna ask Thomas. Thomas, have you been down these stairs before?
No. There's a monster in the basement.
Well, luckily monsters don't scare me. And Mal pulls out his saber and starts cutting through the cobwebs heading down.
I forgot that you had this saber. So your saber clangs in an accusatory ring as you hit it clumsily against the mortared stone walls of this staircase. And you begin to descend.
And like 90% of his hits miss. Like, like chopping the wood. It gets stuck at one point. He's like,
spider, like there's a big, like, scary looking spider, and then this blade is coming down, and then it just misses completely, and the spider just moves like an inch to the left.
Yeah, or like swings on the free web and jumps.
Yes. As you descend, so what is it? Does it go Mal, Thomas, Dustin, or?
Yes. Yeah. I'm taking up the rear.
Ooh. Oh my.
Taking it up the rear.
So as the three of us descend down these secret stairs, we continue to hear this chanting noise, and we travel down all 4 stories of this house. So it takes us, a lot of turning around ourselves. You're getting a little bit dizzy, and the darkness and the mustiness just kind of overwhelming. The cobwebs are clinging to your clothes as you pass through. The light from Dustin's camera, Mal, almost doesn't really reach where you are on the turn of the staircase because it's so tight of a shaft. And after just a few minutes of descending, we end up in a deep, dark basement. Under your feet, Mal, you realize as you reach the bottom step, finally, this is a earth or clay floor, and that it seems to have been dug directly into the bare rock and dirt underneath the house. There are supporting beams lining the walls. You can only see about 10 feet ahead of you, after which point the corridor branches off to the left and right. Amanda/Thomas walks directly into your back with a thud as you stop at the bottom of the stairs.
Thomas. I mean, Tamanda. Amandus. He turns around. What's your problem?
I'm just scared. I just never been down here before.
Don't be scared. You know what I do? When I'm scared, I don't be scared.
Okay.
You should have seen me. Dustin, tell it. I was like, so fine. There's so many spooky things in this house. I wasn't spooked once.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think there were a couple, like, little, like, fright moments.
No.
Little, like...
I don't think so.
You seemed to get sweat a little bit at one point.
That was the heat. It's sweltering in here. Thomas is sweating.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I was hot. I run hot. You know this.
I do know that. Guys, we've still got lots of juice left. Where exactly are we? Thomas, do you know? You've never been down here?
No, I'm never allowed to come down here, but I remember hearing the monster.
The monster. What did it sound
Monster.
like?
It's not a monster. There's no such thing as monsters.
Sounded like screaming, like a rumbling scream.
Oh, do you think it'll happen again? Should I be filming?
I don't know.
Oh, boy. Okay,
It's probably just like a warthog or something, or like a paratrooper who's been stuck on the island. It is not a monster.
Good. Well, why don't you describe where we are, Mal, and where we're going?
And he backs up, and he turns like his back to like the darkest T corridor, like just really stupidly. And he like turns around and he's like, "We've reached the earth floor of this house. We stand at the lowest point from a secret hidden staircase in one of the rooms. The dust swells around here. The dirt lay beneath our feet soft and malleable, like me. On either side, darkness branches off. We will hunt the monster that lies down here and solve this poor boy who's possessed our Amanda's murder."
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
I felt good about that. Is that good?
That was really good.
Did you get the Lord of the Flies reference?
Oh, that's what that was.
With the warthog and the paratrooper. Oh, I was reading in the car.
Oh, that's what you were reading. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did that come across? I thought that was apt.
Isn't that like a high school book?
No, I didn't read in high school.
Yeah.
Smells like loud and like echoes through the fucking corridors down here.
Either way, it was great. I don't think many of our viewers are big into high school literature.
No, I think it makes me feel, I think it makes me seem more well-rounded. And I turn and I start heading towards the left.
So you go to the left and you find yourself quickly encountering not a dead end. You find yourself up against a wall, and then to your right there is another corridor that extends to the left and right.
I'm against a wall straight ahead?
Yeah. So I have, for our viewers, I have edited the dungeon maps very significantly to provide a shorter listening experience. And also for it to be more of thematically relevant to the story that I'm telling and not to Curse of Strahd.
There's no like chests.
Occasionally there will be corridors, and I've explained this all in the notes that'll be included in the Patreon rewards, but I have edited this map. So occasionally on the Roll20 you're going to see corridors that maybe you might
exist.
Yeah, so I'll just draw freehand the end of the corridor here so we're not confused.
That's what I did too.
Thanks. Okay. Moving right along. So we've gone in a little bit of a zigzag, and then if you would like to continue the same way that you have been traveling, you will meet some other
monsters.
Areas.
And I turn around to Dust and I say, "When you enter a labyrinth deep within the basement of a house, if you're afraid of getting lost, place one hand on the left wall and never remove it. This guarantees you to cover every single angle and will bring you to the exit every time." And as he walks confidently off to the darkness, he turns around for a second and then switches hands and puts the wrong hand on the
Oh
wall.
my god.
Every time. And he starts walking backwards. And I'll turn the corner at the end of the hall.
Okay, are you going towards the east or the west?
I'm going to go towards the up, which I haven't moved my camera because I have the wrong device selected. East. Thank you.
So as you turn that corner, you come to face a stone door that has been moved away from the entrance, and it's a blank stone slab. And if you turn to look down the other side, you see similar entrance that is open. So it's a stone door that is open, essentially.
I'm gonna bend down. I'm gonna do a perception on the stony.
Okay, do so.
With a 10.
This floor has been undisturbed for a long time.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I think we're down here trying to find out what the heck's going on. These are obviously meant to keep something in.
Yeah, but they're not closed right now, are they?
No, they don't look like they've been closed for a long time. So these have been open for a long time. Should we close them? And I start trying to move a stone.
No, maybe we should see what's on the other side first. Here.
Oh, yeah, and I lean it forward to see if there's anything on the back of the stone.
You do not see anything on the back of the stone. As you lean forward, you realize that you are staring down the end of a crypt.
Whoa. Are those
It is
coffins?
empty. It is empty. There's no coffin, but it is the exact size and shape that you presume, given that there's a stone door, this is the correct dimensions. There seems to be another one. You are in the crypts below this house.
Okay. Drop in the character.
Yeah.
Dustin, what the fuck? So that means there's crypts below this house. Thomas?
Yeah.
What the fuck is your family into? And I turn to Thomas. You know something.
I don't know. I've
Yes,
never been down here before.
Okay, fine. But obviously, what were your parents like day to day? Were they nice? Were they happy? Did you eat meals together? Did they beat you with a sack of quarters? What's going on?
They were fine.
Are you telling me the whole truth?
Well, I don't know. They're just my parents.
Ugh.
What do you want to know?
What do you think I want to know, Thomas? I want to know why there's a crypt below your house. Did you guys move into this house? Do you have a weird, spooky uncle that always disappeared on the top floor of your house? Did you have a nursemaid that maybe worshipped some sort of satanic cult? Did your mom cut herself and say some creature's name every night before bed while the blacks of her eyes rolled back into her skull? I'm scared! We're in a crypt, Thomas!
I know that we did a lot of gardening.
Okay, that's a start. That's a start. I turn to Dustin. That's a start. What did you do in the garden?
No, just Mama was always saying that she was planning for her garden and was always covered in dirt.
Ah, so your mom was probably down here digging things, right?
Maybe.
Okay, so Mom was obviously in the crypts when... Okay, Thomas, look. Do you ever watch TV?
Yeah, of course.
What was your favorite show? You ever watch Family Matters?
Yeah.
Yeah, who didn't, right? You know when you look at Family Matters and then you looked at your family? What seemed weird about your family when you looked at Family Matters?
We had a lot more people over.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Okay, so who'd you have over?
Just strangers. People that my parents met. They would come over for dinner a lot.
And then they would leave, or they just maybe disappear into the house?
I don't know. We had to go to bed.
Of course. Did they seem really happy to be there, or did they seem a bit nervous to be there?
I don't know.
Well, did they seem excited to be joining your family? Did they seem like they knew your parents really well, or did they seem like they were just sort of guests?
They're just some people. My parents like to be friendly.
Did you ever see the same person come to dinner more than once?
Yeah.
Many times?
A couple of times.
And I turn to Dustin. Anything?
Did all of the guests come to dinner more than once, or just one in particular came more often than the others?
Well, Dad said that he would have dinner with his people from his work. So I saw them a lot, I guess. And then mostly everyone else was strangers.
Was there any particular guest, Thomas? And this is great. You're doing really good. Really good. Both of you, Mal, you're doing great too. Were there any guests that kind of gave you the creeps? You know, like, yeah, they just kind of spooked you a little bit?
Well, I guess the strangers are spooky because I never knew who they were. And that's usually when you hear the monster.
Oh. And you hear the monster upstairs with your sister while you guys were trying to sleep?
Yeah.
And your dad's work friends, the ones that came over all the time, did you ever get any of their names?
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay, what about Antoine de Fior?
I remember my parents saying that name.
But how did they say it?
Like they were scared?
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. And Mal starts walking. Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
You okay, Mal?
Right. No. No, I don't think so. No. Dustin.
What?
That letter was written by that dude, remember? We found it upstairs and I pull it out. And I read it again.
Would you like the copy
Please.
again?
My most... And Mal swallows hard. My most pathetic servants. I am not a Messiah sent to you by the power of God of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled, however many visitors you have exhausted, know that you are not the ones who seen me brought to glory. You must seek humility, as you are but one instance of a hope of this world. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent, you abandon love for madness. I prefer you thusly and faithful, your Lord and Master Anton de Four. So
I don't know if I fully get it, to be honest.
Well, here's my guess. Thomas, cover your ears. I think Thomas's parents were wackos and they submitted to this guy. Maybe they moved into a house that this guy used to do ritualistic cults in the basement. Maybe not. Maybe they brought him here. Whatever the case, they had a connection. I think some other friends that Daddy worked with helped them in killing a lot of strangers that probably came here, and they brought them down here and they sacrificed them, probably on some sort of spooky altar that's also in the basement, and gave their bodies to whomever. And I'm thinking that Antoine de Fior asked for a final sacrifice, and that was killing probably Thomas and their daughter, and then killing themselves.
Wow, that's dark, dude.
I know.
Can you say that again, though? I didn't catch that.
One more again.
Dustin, I think this is heavier than the show, and it hurts me to say that. But there are crypts, okay? I'll be honest right now. I thought maybe we'd get down here, and there might be a cellar, and there might be some moaning pipes. And I think Amanda might be having some sort of spiritual fit. She was sort of the one putting the candles down. I thought maybe she was a bit loopy. I mean, she's hot. Hot chicks are crazy. And I honestly thought that maybe there was some spookiness going on in the walls that was causing the electrical shorted. And maybe I imagined breaking the TV and the fucking animal attacking me. I don't know. But let me just tell you this. I don't think that anymore. I think whatever is making those moaning sounds isn't the pipes. I think something's down here, and I think it's a monster, and I think it's going to try to eat us, and I think we should figure out how to get the fuck out of here.
Well, yeah, I think that the bricks walling up the windows was kind of strange to start.
All right.
I mean, like, while we're here, though, we might as well just try to get as many good shots as possible. I think we've been doing really well. I'm wondering why the crypts are empty. I mean, like, I don't think that this is that scary. I mean, all things considered, I think that taxidermied animal coming to life and trying to gore you is a lot scarier than an empty crypt. I mean, maybe if the crypt was filled with flesh-eating zombies, then I would be a little bit more scared, but it's empty. It's an empty
I know, but the thing is, you know what? Maybe that taxidermied animal, maybe we're just all high on some sort of drug that the asbestos in this building fucked us up. But you know what? This crypt, this is designed for a purpose. This has mud walls. This stone covered something. And I walk back into the crypt, and I'm going to do a perception check in the crypt.
That one crypt that we've seen so far?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Unless I can do a roll for both of them once I look at the
You already perceived this crypt.
Sorry, then I'll go to the other crypt.
Okay. So as you walk back down about 15 feet from where the entry point of the first crypt is, you realize that this door is not blank.
Ah.
This door has an inscription on it, and it says, I believe it is, yes, Walter Durst. And it is also empty.
And I turn to Thomas. Who's Walter?
Oh. Well, Walter was my baby brother who I never got to meet.
Why?
Well, 'cause Mommy had she got sick.
What did she get sick with?
I don't know. She just said that the baby wasn't going to come home.
Maybe there's more information inside the crypt, Mal.
And I'll walk in, and now I'll do a perception check.
Okie dokie.
Full of chicken sausage. 10.
Yeah, the crypt is empty. Again, seems to have been undisturbed for a long time.
Huh.
Okay,
So your baby brother?
Yeah.
Why have a crypt for a baby brother?
Well, that's, I don't know. I guess they just wanted to have one for him.
But then why keep it empty?
Why keep it secret? Why keep it safe? Let's go. And I start walking down the hall.
Okay, alright. Thomas, you coming? Come on, Thomas.
Yeah, I guess so. Thomas has like started to cry a little bit now, mentioning the baby brother. As you turn back down the hallway toward the spiral staircase from whence you came, your flashlight illuminates a long hallway that you can see down. The hallway seems to terminate in a wide room, but the beam of your flashlight does not illuminate the entirety of the room, it being so far away, 40 feet away or so. You can see there might be a piece of furniture in the middle of the room, and as you begin to walk down, you realize that again the hall, there's entryways branching off both to the north and to the south of the hallway.
I'll look to the one
You're
to the
walking
north.
west.
Yeah.
So as you look to the north, you uncover another sort of pre-entryway to what you would presume to be some crypts. There are stone doors that are closed around the doorways of these crypts, and inscribed on them we have E and F.
E and F?
Rosie Durst and sorry, I'm just looking at like the module itself. Rosie, it says Rosie Durst and Thomas Durst, and these are closed doors. And Thomas is like, oh, that's mine.
Yeah. Are you in there? No, you're not. Your bones and your ghosts are out here. Why is it shut?
Oh, I don't know.
Is there a way to open it, Mal?
And I walk over and I like pull it.
Yeah, roll athletics for me.
Mal's the most athletic man.
I bet he's so strong.
He's more stronger than me.
Super strong. This is...
I don't have a strength.
You should have
athletics. So 14.
Which one are you trying to pull aside?
Thomas.
You feel the stone begin to give way, and the tendons in your arms are like straining, but you don't manage to push this door open.
And I like turn to Dustin. I'm like, I can't do it on my own. Can you come give me a hand, please?
Yeah. Well, 1 second. Thomas, pull this. And I hand him my phone.
Okay.
And I'm like, I think we should also use the crimpotopometer. And I put it in, and it's like this tiny little, it's like a little box, and I like pull it out, and it goes, it like pops out like, chink, and I slide it in the top, and it's a tiny little crank. It's like like breaks the little seal of the thing.
So I would say, Dustin, why don't you roll athletics?
Yeah. All right. Let me see. See what I can do. All right. 12.
Okay. So now with Dustin's help, Mal, why don't you roll with advantage?
Nice.
And I'm going to decrease that DC because of your very useful...
A natural 20.
Hey, there you go.
No.
So you do end up rolling Thorn's, Thomas's door out of the way, and there is a coffin inside.
And I turn back to Amanda, and I'm like, are you in there or not?
What do you mean? I'm right
I walk
here.
over and I'm like, gung, 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 and I knock on the top. I'm like, are you in there? Can you hear that?
What?
Can you?
You hear a hollow noise coming from inside.
And I like flip it open.
Yeah, it's empty.
Okay. All right. This is reminding me of video games.
Yeah, let's put the bones in this, right?
Yep. 100%. 100%. Are you okay, Thomas, if we put your bones in here and then maybe put you to rest? Like you'll just get to sleep a little bit? Because I'm sure you're tired.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Right. Okay. Listen, Thomas. We're gonna open Rosie's as well, and then you and Rosie can go to bed. Why don't you go up and get Rosie's bones and your own bones? And I reach on the floor, and there's like this old like tarnished like potato sack, and I'm like, it like just fills the room with dust. And I'm like, and I'm like, here, go put you and your sister's bones in that. Bring them back down. Dustin and I will open the other one, and we'll get everyone sleepy, boys.
Amanda's face is like plastered with this like determined grin of a child given a task that they know they can complete well, and she like trundles away, carrying this sack, and you hear her footsteps going up this wooden staircase.
Very cute. I'm like, all right, God, that kid's so annoying. He's always trying to take the limelight, right?
Yeah, he's all right.
No, he's like every chance. It's like it's the Mal show. It's not the Tom Amanda show. And I walk over to the other one. I'm like, let's do this one too.
Oh yeah, I'll help. 1 second. Here we go.
I won't make you continue to roll unnecessarily. I will say, storytelling-wise, between the two of you and with the quimpedometer. With the quimpedometer attached to the top of the stone door, you managed to roll Rosie's door away from her crypt.
Rosie, you're all right. And we walk in, and I'll do another perception in this room just to make sure there's no
spooks.
No spooky rosed. 13.
Yeah, you don't see any spooks.
I flip open the coffin.
It's empty.
And I wait patiently for Thomas. I like sit down and like brush my leather pants. Man, you think I should have worn leather?
Yes, I do.
Good. Thanks, buddy. Hey, listen. And I stand up and I walk over. I'm sorry about saying we're on thin ice. I just, you know me. I get a bit sensitive about sharing the limelight, and I've died like almost 3 times tonight, and I got attacked by a ghost monster and bit by Amanda, and not in the kind of way I wanted to be bit by Amanda, so I'm a bit on edge. I'm sorry. And I hug him with the camera like between us.
Yeah, I forgive you, man. Oh, you're like a brother to me.
Me too. Not like brother, but like not how you know, like
like a brother.
Yeah, like a brother, but not like a brother. You know, that's no, I wouldn't go there. But like a brother.
But yeah, like a brother.
Well, I mean, if you said that, I'd be okay with. But you know, I'm too. Yeah. I wouldn't. I feel weird. You know, if you want to call us that, then I'm okay with it.
Cinematically speaking, this would be like the perfect time, like while we're like talking and throwing it out, for like something to like sneak up behind us. You know what I mean?
Definitely, that's what I was hoping.
Like that's what I'm thinking would be like the perfect time. But
we'll say
this isn't a movie,
and I don't want to attack.
Amanda comes back just at the time when the two of you sort of embrace, and she's just like, you turn away from hugging each other, and she's like covered in blood, like possessed face, holding this like potato sack full of bones, and she's like, I'm here.
Oh God, Amanda!
Oh wow. Oh, okay.
That we were having a moment. He let me say brother in the way that I've always wanted to.
Yeah. It was nice.
Here,
nice
hand me the sack, and I take the sack.
I didn't get that. Oh, we should do that. No, it's okay.
It's fine. And yeah, film this. We now have the sack of Thomas and Rosie's bones, the dead children from the Durst family. Let's lay them to rest. And I walk over really like slow and cinematically, and I walk over to the open coffin of Rosie's, and I go, and like unravel all the bones, like as I like fall into Rosie's coffin. I'm like,
wait, Mal.
What?
Whose bones are whose?
Well, we're gonna pick out, obviously, and find
Thomas. I don't know to tell the difference.
Well, and it's like this big mess of bones, and we're like,
as the bones fall into the coffin, exactly half of them disappear.
Oh. See?
Wow.
And I start putting them back into the sack, and I'm like, Tom?
Well played, Mal. You knew that was going to happen the whole time.
I was like, oh.
And I slink it over my shoulder with a clackling of the bones, and I walk over to the other one. I'm like, okay,
like,
Thomas.
Following behind you. Like,
all right. When you get put to rest, are you going to kill Amanda?
What? No.
Why don't you leave Amanda, and then I'll put your bones in here, just in case.
No.
Okay, well, but if you kill her, I'm going to be really upset. And I take the bones, and I'm like, oh, let's film this.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this. And I take, like, each piece out, and I say, with this, I lay you to rest. I pray that your soul will be taken to the heavens above and be at peace.
That one's just a rock.
Oh, sorry. I throw it away. I hope you're at peace once again. And I put it down, the last bone.
And
like,
as you drop the last bone into the coffin, the bones sort of shudder, and then Amanda's eyes roll back in her head, and she starts like screaming, like.
And I like take her, like I like lean her back into my arms so that the camera has us in frame, and I'm like, Amanda.
And she's like, starts having like a seizure.
And I hold her close, and I'm like, no. And I'm like really trying to cry, like really trying to get a tear. It's like, not today. And then she like fights. She like eventually stops, and I'm like, I pull her back and like press her hair back from her face to reveal to the camera. And I'm like, Amanda.
She's like, Mal.
She's back with us on Frightmares. And let's go over the mid-game post. Fucking Mal. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the mid-game post. This is the part of the show where we stop the action and we jump to you, the community, to see what is up. How's everybody doing tonight? Ooh. I know. Ooh. God, Mal's so dramatic.
He is so dramatic. I hope everyone is enjoying the game.
Yeah, I think everyone's having a great time. I hope everyone's having a good time. Are Justin, Joe, you guys having fun?
Yeah, I'm having a fantastic time. This is fun. I feel like tonight there's the dynamic between the three of us, like the three characters, worked very nicely.
Well, you know, because we've played these characters enough now to start figuring them out. The first time I played Mal, I'm like, he's too one-dimensional. He's annoying. The second time, I was like, I don't really know this guy. The third time, I'm like, all right.
I get into this.
I'm just going to do it, and this is going to be him, and he's going to go between being this super dramatic prick and then this, like, cowardly child. So, yeah, this was really fun so far. I'm really excited. I love the little connections people are making. Maybe this Antoine has been someone that's been mentioned before. Megan already caught it. Yeah, so what should the mid-game post question be?
I would like for the final mid-game post for Frightmares to be your best ghost hunting tool. So much the same as Harlan has been inventing ghost hunting tool, I would like you to give me the name of your tool, a short visual description of what it looks like, and a short description of what it does. I'm talking 2 sentences.
Great. I love
so
that.
Get a little bit creative.
Not only that, the winner is going to be added to game.
Oh, that's awesome. Good call.
I think I would love to use it, even if it's. I mean, even if it's OP, we can decide whether it works or not. But that's gonna be its intention.
Yeah. So there is a stream right below Frightmares on the Discord called Mid Game Post. So please insert ghost tool here. I just wrote that.
It sounds like a ghost penis.
Yeah, it's funny. What are you eating? You got some licorice?
I had one nib.
Some nibs. Well, they're super nibs, so that counts for 2.
Not super anymore.
Black licorice nibs are the bomb.
Are you kidding? You're one of those black licorice freaks?
Whoa, that's racist.
I am one of those freaks.
Black licorice freak.
Nice. You really took it there.
Man, it's so terrible. It's very funny.
Black licorice freaks.
That's what I'm saying. If anyone who misunderstood the intention of that sentence would be fucking hilarious.
It is good.
I am one of those.
Do you like the salty
all of those descriptions. I do not like the salty kind. I will admit to that. I like the all sorts. I love all sorts.
I like black licorice as well.
I can dig those.
I don't like
get myself a brewer.
A what?
Yeah, do it. A beer.
Maybe I should have another one too.
You should have another beer.
But then Joe's on stream alone.
Hey, you know what?
Can you handle that pressure?
Alone?
Yeah, I think I can.
Okay. Good luck, Joe.
Well, now that the boys are gone, we can have a real stream. I hope everyone is having a lovely night. I'm so excited to be the star of the Invictus stream. I'm going to be the new host from now on, just so that you know. It's going to be all games about home improvement. We're going to do a home improvement stream where everyone is like interested. We're just going to start role-playing like homes on homes type like HGTV specials. I don't know. Could be fun. Or I would really like to run a game that's about animal rescue. So let me know if any of that is to your liking.
What were your ideas? Animal rescue and
what?
Home?
No, this is just between me and the audience, Harlan. Don't you dare. Just showing up for the crew.
You showing up?
Godpool is interested in posting a photo.
Of what?
I don't know. It's just some drawings. I don't. Thanks, Godpool. Megan is drinking some Waterloo grapefruit radler. Girl, I love a grapefruit radler. Let me tell you.
Young artist with a dream.
Oops.
I don't get it.
What kind of beer did you get, Harlan?
I'm very whatever with beer. I like beer. But what am I? I literally went to the LCBO and picked 4 fancy looking tall cans. So this one's called Release the Hounds.
Release the hounds. Release the hounds.
It's a black IPA unfiltered.
Release the hounds.
Release the hounds.
This one I really liked. I don't know what it is either. I don't even know the names of these. Oh shit.
Is it Release the Hounds?
Innocent Gun.
Innocent Gun. Oh, I've heard of that. That's a good beer.
I liked it actually a lot.
Yeah, it's very caramely.
Sure. Was not as good as our Homeboys Chronicle Brewing.
Let's read about some of these ghost tools. So Mike the bassist, he says spooktacular vision. Elton John glasses that make you see the ghosts.
That's fucking awesome.
I like it. Michael and Brianna, a salt lick. Sock full of salt uses blackjack against ghosts. This is very practical.
That's fucking wicked.
Godpool would like to promote his The Ghostbuster, a normal used and dented baseball bat, but when you really believe it works, it works. Tamiko is a proponent of the barometer, measures the supernatural pressure in the world and finds the spots with the best activity. I like that. Tyler Leonard, the ecto gloves look like a plastic that has writing on it and lets you touch ghosts. That's sexy.
That sounds really sexy. I just want to jerk off a ghost.
Are you kidding?
Hey, maybe a lot of them are angry because they're sexually frustrated.
You're probably right.
I would be a sexually frustrated ghost, for sure.
John is saying that he would use the picture of dad. Stern and handsome, always judging, makes you force bravery and feign courageousness.
Just a picture of dad.
Just a picture of your dad. Bring it along.
That's fucking funny. That's
Carly
good.
has brought with her along on her ghost journey the Casper Gasper, a kazoo with a smiley face painted on it. When blown into, it will cause a spook to pause.
That one to me is the most clever. It has a great name, Casper Gasper. It pauses them. I like that a lot. Well done, Carly.
Colin Burkhart, the Malometer, named after Mal himself. This device is just a mirror that Mal uses to fix his hair occasionally.
I feel like we're gonna have to use more than one of these.
I'm picturing like it's
so
a mirror and it's just like scrawled on the back with Sharpie, Malometer. Maybe you have a holster for it. Zia has given us the Ecto Geiger, can detect the radiation that ghosts give off. A small green metal box with headphones and a wand that gives off static electricity.
Little wand. Do the little wand dance again, Joe.
A wand. Merkin Viking, the Teslic locator, a compound two-pronged Tesla coil that if you lick it will shock your tongue when malignant spirits are present. So you're just constantly like...
That's gross.
I'm going to be full of really annoying factoids for a while because I just read Stiff by Mary Roach, and apparently like 200 years ago they didn't know how to tell whether people were dead or not, or maybe they were just like they had been, you know, drugged really badly and you couldn't detect their heartbeat anymore. So doctors had devised all of these different tests to try to make sure that someone was dead before they started cutting you open and, you know, autopsying you and stuff, or like just burying you. And one of the tests was 3 hours of a doctor standing there beside a potential corpse and pulling on their tongue. Just like pulling their tongue for like 3 hours. People thought like...
What if that's your fetish?
Well, I think it probably was the doctor who invented it.
you have to do this for 3 hours. Okay, doctor, I'll take your shift. No. I'll do this one again.
Well, he eventually invented a machine that would do it for him.
Oh, so he just stood in the corner and jerked off watching something pull a tongue for him.
Yes.
As a ghost, he was sexually frustrated. The glove would work for him.
We have Kellen's suggestion, the Crawford's Kaleidoscope. A kaleidoscope that shows alternating patterns of pictures of Mal, but shows ghosts in the background if they're in the area. So it's just like kind of incidental. Nice. Paul Bertrand, the Ectoplasm Metronome. We all know that ectoplasm vibrates at a frequency unique to each ghost. When the ectoplasm metronome, which looks like a metronome on a short handle with a glowing light on top, is set properly, it is in sync with the frequency the ghost is found. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Should we
11.
Roll for it or pick our favorite?
I mean, pick your favorite. I just want to see how many amazing... Wait, did I count correctly? 1, 2...
I don't know. I really like...
Yep, 12 amazing contributions. Thank you, everyone.
Wow, fantastic.
I really like 3 of these, but 2 of them aren't really things. But I really like the picture of Dad, just because I think it's... First off, thematically, I think it's hilarious to reach into the bag and pull out a picture of Dad. Cause, like,
what's Mal's dad like?
Oh, I've pictured he was like the guy that left when he was really young, and he never actually really met him, and then he came back like 20 years later and was like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm your dad. And he was basically the exact version of Mal, but just like way more confident and way more rude.
I'm your dad. What's up?
I'm your dad. Welcome. Yo. Give me a hug if you want, but don't touch me. No homo. I'm not gay. Don't touch me.
What's Dustin's dad like?
Dustin's dad is he's a world champion at Dota.
What's Dota?
That's that. What's
something
it
of
called?
the ancients. Duel of the Ancients, something of the Ancients.
I don't even know. Dustin doesn't even know what it is, but his dad just plays video games all the time.
Wow.
And so he's pretty much raised by his mom. But like really like cheerful guy, but just like never like turns away. Just like, oh hey Dustin, oh welcome home. You make any good movies?
Yeah.
Oh good stuff. Oh sorry, I'm just getting into a.
Doesn't even like realize when his son is like shaved his beard off or whatever because he's like doesn't even really look at it.
Well, you know what the funny thing is he does. He's like a really attentive dad. He's just like he notices these things. He's got a mirror set or a malometer set up in the corner of his office. That it can like you can say, oh yeah, you shaved the beard. Oh, that's great. He's like a really cheerful guy. He's just always playing Dota.
Amazing. Okay, so who wins?
I don't know. You guys pick. I usually pick the winner, so you guys can pick this one.
Well, why don't we each pick one? I want to pick one.
Yeah.
And then
what do you like?
I'm gonna go with the malometer. I'm thinking that Mal doesn't keep the malometer. Dustin keeps the malometer to inspire Mal.
That's good. You turn the picture to him.
Yeah, just like Mal, look at this.
The mirror, yeah. Just like, look at how beautiful you look right now, and he's gonna be like, oh.
Yeah, I want to go with the. I think I want to go with the picture of Ted.
Okay, so we have the malometer, named after Mal himself. The device is just a mirror that Mal uses, but so Dustin is the one who keeps the malometer so that some work gets done.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or else it would just be the mirror time. Mal carries the picture of Dad. Handsome, stern, always judging.
But I picture the picture of Dad isn't actually Mal's dad. It's like Bob Barker.
It's just a dad?
It's a dad. It's like the dad that comes in the frame when you buy it from a thing.
It's the dad from Family Matters, Carl Winslow.
Yeah, that's funnier. Yeah, that's even better actually. Let's go with that. I was thinking it's just the dad that comes in the frame that you like buy a picture with or buy a frame with and you like cut it out.
Is it actually Carl Winslow?
It's Carl Winslow.
Isn't that the guy from Family Matters?
It's not the actor's name, but yeah, that's the character's name.
That's the character's name.
Or Bob Saget. I feel like you go Bob Saget too. No,
you
Carl
just
Winslow.
brought up Family Matters.
Carl Winslow. It's absolutely Carl Winslow. He's a cop. He's so good.
He's so good. My choice is Tyler Leonard's the Ecto gloves that look like plastic gloves with tons of writing on it, and you can touch a ghost.
So
spooky.
There's gonna be some jerk off ghosts in this.
No, there isn't. That's the thing.
Mal might. Try it.
You never know.
So congratulations to Colin, John, and Tyler. You've all won XP. Thank you for participating.
Good job, guys. Great stuff. We're really good. Problem is with me, this is like playing apples to apples or Cards Against Humanity with me. Really, it's not even about being anything other than the weirdest, silliest option. Like the things that make the most sense, where it's like if someone has a really logical card in like apples to apples, I'm never gonna pick it.
Let's just save just for example, if the adjective was sexy and someone put down pig as the noun, that might win it for Harlan.
Is this a real example, Joe? This sounds like a real example.
It does sound like a
this
real
sounds like a real.
Other two options were bubblegum and locker room, and you went with pig?
But but the person who put pig down had a good argument for pig.
It was just like, pigs are sexy.
I was like, well, that was fucking hilarious. Well, you know what? Pigs are sexy. I'm sticking by it. gotta get behind them. That was funny. I forgot about that. But yes, that's the thing. I go with the weirdest one, and pigs are sexy. End of story. Let's go back to Frightmares. Everyone good?
Yeah, let's do this.
Pigs are sexy. Here we go.
So Mal is dipping Amanda and brushes the hair away from her face just as her eyes flutter open, and they have regained their normal human variety.
And there's like a moment, and then she vomits violently on me. Like, just covers me in vomit. I'm like, like running against the wall, like banging my head against it in like vomit covered face. I'm like, gross, gross. Dustin, tell me you didn't get that.
Oh yeah, I got all of it.
And he's like running around, like, just like running around and he runs out of the crypt.
Yeah.
Amanda, are you good?
And she's got her hands on her knees, and she's just breathing heavy, and she's like, yeah, okay, I think I'm good.
Yeah, you look great.
Where are we?
Oh, we're in the crypts. We found some crypts in the basement of the house, and we've just been. I've just been holding up my fingers like this. I don't even have my phone out.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're in the crypt. So you got. Do you know what happened?
No, what?
Okay, yeah. So you got possessed by the spirit of the boy, and we're gonna get some reaction shots now. We got possessed. You got possessed by the spirit of Thomas, and we just put Thomas's bones into the crypts. Mal should be here to do this, but how does that make you feel, Amanda?
Kind of crazy. Did I do anything embarrassing? And she's like covered in vomit and blood.
And yeah, I lean out and I'm like, you did bite me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you bit Mal, but I wouldn't. I mean, semantics really, like define embarrassing. Right?
I'm so sorry. What's that sound? And we hear this like rhythmic chanting.
It's a rhythmic chanting. It's been going on for a while.
Yeah,
it is described in the module as an eerie, incessant chanting echoing throughout. Impossible to gauge where the sound is coming from.
Yeah, so we're gonna investigate that. How are you feeling? Do you want a Luna bar?
I love a Luna bar. Thank you so much. Oh my god.
They're upstairs. They're in the back. You're in your backpack upstairs.
And I walk back in the room with like chunks of vomit in my hair and beard, and I'm like brushing it, and I'm like, yeah, well, you know, we had to do what was right, Amanda. There were times where we didn't know if you're gonna pull through, but we're glad you did.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Yeah, well, I never gave up on you.
All right, well, let's get going.
No, I never gave up on you.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Thank you, I guess.
Well, yeah, sure. Thank you, I guess, Dustin. Just like what? Okay, no, let's go. And I walk out to the hallway.
Yeah. So
glad to have you back.
Thank you. Thanks, Dustin. So continuing west from the, or I guess just
let's
across.
Go south.
Yeah, just across the hall. There's another set of crypts.
Cryptocurrency.
So on the eastern crypt we have the name Gregory Durst, and on the western crypt the name Elizabeth Durst.
So these are the parents.
These are the parents.
And I turn back to Dustin and say, hey, what if the bricks are gone? What if all we had to do was put Rosie and Thomas to rest?
Oh, yeah. Well, that would be great, but I feel like for continuity and, I mean, plot-wise, it makes sense, like, to put the whole thing, like, at least to search all the rooms, you know what I mean? We could get a really great shot right now, like, the lighting is perfect. We got, like, a light beam coming in from,
But if we can leave, why don't we leave? Shouldn't we check?
Okay, but where do you think this chanting is coming from?
Who cares?
Well, the viewers care, Mal. The people watching this that are gonna...
Fine. And I walk out and I start heading west.
Right.
Okay, so the crypts are undisturbed. We continue to head west after Mal's strident... stride?
Strident stride.
You were in trouble like one word into that.
You heard it here first, folks. We end up in a large chamber. It is dominated with a big wooden table flanked by benches. As Mal walks into the room, the crunch of moldy human bones resounds from underneath his boots.
And I look down and I put my phone down, and roughly how many bones are down here?
Dozens.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty shadowy. The room is dark. We have only handheld lights, so it's hard to tell. If you want to make a medicine check, you can kind of estimate how many people these may have come from. I don't know how good you are at.
Mal's good at not many things, and this isn't one of them.
Good.
This is one of them. I'm terrible. 6.
Mal, why don't you explain what we're looking at here? These look like bones.
We entered a large room filled with bones. Below us, we're standing on the corpses of possibly 10 to 1,000 bodies. Well, that number isn't incorrect.
Are these?
Yeah.
Are these
Possibly, yes.
It's definitely within those 2 regions.
Are these possibly? And I'm like speaking on camera now.
Yeah.
Are these possibly guests from?
Yeah. We believe that these. Yeah, we believe that these are the servants. Thomas, before he left Amanda's body, told us that the parents had invited many different servants and strangers to the house. I think these are the bodies of those dead servants and strangers.
And I get some close-ups on the bones. I'm gonna do a perception check.
Okay.
Perception. Oh.
Perception.
9.
Yeah, you notice that there's a lot of human bones scattered around. That's about
There
it.
are a lot of human bones scattered around. Why didn't they, like, store some of these in a crypt?
Maybe they wanted to eat something. I'm gonna go to the south.
Okay. To the south, you end up in an alcove. Roll a acrobatics check for me, please.
What? I'm gonna take advantage from Megan because
Yes.
she's a doll and she's gifted it to us.
You may.
Oh,
Thank you, Megan. Sounds like
thank you, Megan.
A 7 and an 8.
Wah, wah.
Don't
8.
you love it when that happens?
No, no,
Um,
no.
Mal, as you
I love it. I do. It's
crunch, walk over to this alcove in the southern side of the room, you look around and you realize that this must have been some kind of larder or storage area. Maybe there's a few like shelves, not attached to the walls, but kind of carved into the walls. And you hear a noise, but you are surprised when a giant centipede falls down from the ceiling and like drapes itself almost around your shoulders like a boa constrictor, and it's like millions of legs just like crawling on you, and it bites you in the neck.
And I do the Home Alone scream, which is like, I can't do it, so I'm just gonna share the audio with the stream, and you guys will have to figure it out from how it sounds because
Can
it's
you
too
mimic
perfect.
it?
No,
With-
here it comes. Hold
like
on.
this?
No, it's not. It's not the Kevin scream. It's
I
the
can't
one.
hear it.
It's I know, but it's the one where the tarantula goes on the face,
Great.
and he goes. Ah! So like the highest pitched scream is the best scream in cinematic history, and he does that as it bites, and I like throw it off my shoulders and.
Well, you can try, but it's a very big centipede. It's
How
probably almost 25 pounds.
That's like a good sausage.
It's massive. I mean, you're having trouble estimating how big this thing is because it's biting you and it's like wrapping itself around your torso.
Okay,
But it's
8. I don't
probably
succeed.
10 feet long.
I don't succeed.
You don't. Yeah.
No.
Let's not go into initiative order, but Dustin, what happens? You hear Mal freak out and then you see this form.
Oh, Dustin immediately takes out the camera and starts filming this. Like, wow, Amanda, are you seeing this? Look at the size of that centipede. It's
She's like,
massive.
Oh my god! Oh my god, that's disgusting! Mal!
That's disgusting. Mal, get it off you.
Get that off of you!
I tried, but I failed. So I can try again.
Amanda, help him. Help him, Amanda.
Yeah.
Gotta get that off. I'm gonna film.
Amanda rushes over through the bones, and I think she leaps across the table. She like vaults over the table to get across the room fast enough. And as she makes her way there, she's got both of her arms outstretched. She's like, Mal! She launches herself horizontally across the room and just like starts grappling with this creature. I'm going to roll 2d6. And I roll 3d6.
That's a better number. 3's better than 2.
Yeah, do 3.
And I succeed. With 1.
Sick.
And so Amanda manages to get her hands around the body of this centipede, and she's like starting to like unfasten it from you. And I imagine Mal's like kind of like spinning around.
Yeah.
It's like pulling him off of you. Yeah, totally. And it's
like as I like
snapping at you.
And I'm like, I knew you liked me. To Amanda.
And it bites you again.
What? I thought it came off me.
Oh, it's in the middle of unraveling.
Oh man.
Yeah. What do?
I get it off again. I try to like cut it. I pull out my saber and I like start hacking at my like almost my own shoulder. And I'm like, get it off me.
Yes, and like a yellow ooze is like spurting from in between its like there's like plates of what the fuck is it? It's exoskeleton.
So good word.
Yes, it's chitinous plates. So this yellow viscera is just like spewing all over the place, and it's kind of like acidic. It's not quite like when it hits you, but it's like it smells awful, and it gives up the ghost. I guess that's probably a bad.
Am I the ghost?
Death house, but it does die, and Amanda and Mal are like out of breath.
Then misreading the room as I'm lying next to her, I'm like, I go in for a kiss.
Yeah, she doesn't accept.
Yeah, but does she like slap or just like turn away from me?
She rolls away.
Oh yeah, no, I just saw my life flash before my eyes and all the things I regret and all the things I don't.
Did you get that, Dustin?
Yeah. Wow. That was, I think, a highlight. One of our highlights.
It bit the bite that Amanda already bit.
Yeah,
It double bit me.
Amanda's like wringing goo out of her hair.
But I mean, like the viewers, we're getting at least a few thousand more viewers just for that scene alone. Oh yeah. No.
All right. Well, maybe we can edit it with like some cool sound effects, like boing, and then when she pulls it off, you.
Yeah. I'll take care of the
do it in post. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
God damn it! Wow, that thing was so fucking big. How the hell did it get up here? And I'm gonna do a perception in this little alcove. Like actively looking around for
big motherfucking centipede.
Natural Teventos.
Apart from this giant centipede, the alcove is otherwise empty.
Does the natural 20 grant me anything in the room as well? Since that was such a waste of a good roll.
Nope.
Well, damn it. And I turn around and I say, let's go to the only open door in this place. And I head west.
So we do. As we begin to head west, we come to, again, another cross in the road. We can head from here north or south. It becomes clear from standing here at this crossroads that the chanting is clearly louder to the north.
So we'll go to the south.
And I will also let you know that to the north there seems to be a staircase heading downward.
I turn to Dustin, or Amanda, I say, did this thing leave anything in me? And I kind of want to get a roll for poison.
Good call. Amanda's gonna roll medicine.
Can I aid her by, like, I don't know.
You can't see your own neck.
No, but by, like, suggesting it.
Megan plus.
Dustin could definitely try to aid. Maybe
Yeah,
by...
let Dustin aid. The light.
Yeah, give me some light, Dustin.
The light of ire.
Oh, the battery's running low, guys.
Just use the light.
Oh, fine. Okay, yeah. Okay. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right. Is that better?
Thank you. So I'm gonna throw with advantage.
Yep.
Nice. So I have a 20 with my +1 in my medicine.
Nice.
Amanda, she like rips the bottom of her t-shirt off, like a little strip of cloth, and like starts dabbing it at the bite, and she like smells the venom. She's like, I think you're okay.
I think you might have to suck at the venom anyway.
Stop being such a fucking creep, Mal.
I'm not being a creep. You're being a creep. Dustin, she's being a creep.
We figured it out, guys.
Fine. I just thought if we were gonna die down here, maybe, you know.
Don't get fucking weird, Mal. I know
You're the one that bit me.
Stressful and it's a strange situation, but it doesn't mean that you can just come on to all of your production assistants.
It's not all of them.
I talked to the last girl.
No, that's the one. Dustin, the one didn't. She.
Oh yeah, she was. I'm surprised she didn't file.
Yeah, no, I meant not that one. The other one, the first one. She wasn't really.
The first one.
She was. Well, no, maybe she did. Oh yeah, maybe I did. Fine. Yeah. You know what, Amanda? Fine. Okay. I just, you know, you work in close quarters with people. I mean, Dustin and I, we've made some eye contact, haven't we?
Oh yeah, yeah, we have.
Yeah. Remember when I got stung by the jellyfish and you peed on it for me? That was romantic.
Those were, yeah. I was lucky too because I just drank a full like big Gatorade.
I know, and we
Was
thought.
that when you guys were investigating the haunted boathouse in Louisiana?
Yes,
the creature from the Black Lagoon sort of
and
thing.
I got stung by.
That was a great episode.
Yeah, I got stung by a jellyfish, and he peed on the jellyfish.
Yeah, it was a great shot.
We didn't realize till after the fact that you're supposed to pee on the wound and not the actual jellyfish, because I remember reading you pee on the jellyfish sting, but we thought it was the actual. But we peed on the fish anyway, and I think
I had a lot in me, so I just let it flow, and so
I think we shamed it. Effectively.
I think so. I don't think it stung anybody else since.
I don't think it enjoyed it. I mean, it might have.
Good.
And we keep heading to the south.
So yeah, stop being weird though, Mal.
Fine.
We end up in a large chamber. Doopity-doo, doopity-doo, large chamber.
Oh.
That's a pretty large chamber with some stars in it.
Yeah, some stars. This room is festooned, as you can see around the perimeter, 3 sides of the walls, with moldy skeletons that hang from rusty shackles against the walls. A wide alcove in the south wall contains a wooden statue carved in the likeness of a gaunt man. His pale hand rests on the head of a wolf that stands next to him. The room has exits in the no walls, no exits.
There are no exits?
There's one that I've
the
claimed
west
does not exist.
I gotcha.
Yep.
I will roll Perception in this room.
Okay.
Perception with a natural 4. So 9.
A 9?
Mm-hmm.
You do not find anything.
Can I roll?
You certainly can.
Okay, I'm gonna roll Perception.
Do it.
Do better.
Roll it.
Oh, a natural 15. Well, not natural.
It's not natural, but yeah, it's still good.
As Dustin casts around with the powerful light of his camera, he reveals that there is a discolored area on the wall, or on the eastern wall.
East.
Is this similar to the discolored area that we saw upstairs on the ceiling?
Well, as you approach it to get a closer look, you realize that it is a layer of clay that has been applied, whereas most of the walls here are like dirt and stone.
It's a secret door to uncharted space. Let's open it! And I start tearing at it with my fingertips and my saber.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna get this in the shot. Maybe explain what.
We're in the large antechamber of this room. Yeah. There are ghosts, I mean skeletons, around them. Let's start that again.
Okay, one second.
Yeah. We're in a large antechamber in the basement, the cellar, the crypts. There are skeletons positioned all around the wall of this room, and Dustin noticed that this wall behind me houses a secret. And I like cast a large swipe at it, chipping away at some of the clay.
And as you do, you reveal a rotting wooden door located just behind this clay as it's chipping away.
And I open it.
You do. You find yourself in a long, narrow staircase leading up.
Let's go up. I head up.
You end up on a landing that leads nowhere.
Is this removed content?
No.
Oh,
is there a brick wall?
Nope.
Is there can I do a perception to the ceiling?
Yes.
Yes. With a 9. But I'm pretty confident it's not going to lead nowhere.
Yeah, you see that there's a trapdoor.
And I jump up and pull it down. Jump up, and get down.
It's actually...
The trap door.
Does it open? Yes! The trapdoor is bolted open from this side. So as you reach up, you can actually slide the bolt out of the way and pry the door open.
And I ask for a boost. I'm like, boost me up, I'm going.
Amanda
boost
obliges. And Mal, your face pops up into the study room. How do I show you?
Oh yeah, with the wine?
Yes, the wine room.
Perfect.
From the first floor. So it's the room with the, I believe I said there are foxes. That's where we found the crossbow.
Yeah. Where we pulled over the cabinet. I'm going to help myself up. I'm going to look at the wine glasses to see if they're still full.
Yes, they are.
And I'm going to run over the windows to see if they're still bricked.
They are.
Then I run back down, and I toss down the crossbow and the guns and all the weapons we didn't take.
We took all of them, I think.
Well, I throw down my last credit card, and then I climb back down. I say, this is our way out, which means there's only one way now. Down to the depths to beat the baddies. And I walk past them. Really cool, and then like stop at the corner and wait for him to stop filming, and then lean back and say, guys, I think there's only one way down and we have to do it.
Yeah.
Amanda's like looking at this statue in the middle of this room.
Don't touch that.
Just like, who do you think this is supposed to have been?
Probably Antoine Dufour.
Why do they have statues of people dead?
Oh, the guy from the letter.
Yeah.
They made a statue of him? They really worshipped this guy, eh?
Probably, and we'll burn it if we have to. Let's burn it.
Is there anything weird about that statue, Amanda?
I don't know. It just looks like a weird statue. And there's like another taxidermied wolf. What the fuck is with all this taxidermy? It's gross, frankly.
Frankly, I think it's kind of cool.
Not when they attack you. And I walk over. What's the perception on it?
Among our best shot, though.
Perception with a natural 2.
I will say with a natural 2, you recognize that some of the jewelry that this statue is festooned with is like not part of a sculpture, but just actual jewelry.
That's the 3rd time you used festooned. I think you've reached your limit.
Did I?
Not just kidding. It's just a funny word. I like
Still
hearing
fresh
it.
for me.
It is. I'm not. I was just teasing. You're doing great. You're killing it. You're doing so good. No, you're doing so good, Joe. You're doing so good. Should we light this fucker on fire?
It's festooned with jewelry.
Oh.
Should we kill this thing?
Oh, whoa, whoa. Should we? Should we kill this statue?
It's
I think
wood.
It's a statue, though. Like, why? It seems dead enough.
But it's also covered in jewelry.
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean it's probably just a person frozen? Why would you put jewelry on a statue?
I don't know. Like worshipping. Like I don't know.
I'm gonna burn it, and I pull out my lighter.
Don't
light
burn it.
thing.
We're in an old house. Remember?
Yeah.
It's pretty much made of wood. And then it's like there's not a lot of ventilation down here.
Fine, and I turn
a
my
shitty
lighter
way
off,
for
and I pull out the saber, and I like line it up with one of the statue's like outstretched hands, and I'm like, okay. And I try to chop off its arm.
You hear clang as your saber clangs off the marble or stone or whatever this
I thought you said it was
statue
wood.
is made of. No.
You definitely
No.
said it was wood. That's why I thought it was weird.
No.
Okay.
No, oh, you're right. Painted wooden statue.
Thank
In
you.
the likeness. You chop off a hand of this statue, and as you do, you hear like a... as all of the air in the room seems to raise a couple of degrees, and dark shadows that surround these skeletons that are hanging from the walls start to lengthen toward you on the floor, reaching toward you.
And I will light the statue on fire.
So you like standing there like clicking your Zippo as these like...
Oh, do the light. Never mind. Do the light on his thing instead. I just feel like shadow light. Maybe that combats it. I'm like, turn on the light.
Okay. Oof.
Everyone roll initiative really quick.
Oh no, I did the wrong thing.
Dear.
17.
Roll for initiative.
Almost natural 20.
What do you add to initiative?
We'll call it acrobatics.
So nothing. 17.
15.
I guess I shouldn't have chopped it, eh?
I don't know if you should have chopped it.
You never know. I'm gonna grab a wall pole. I'm gonna arm myself with one of those. Does the statue look like it's bleeding?
No.
Okay.
15 for Dustin. Okay, so Mal, these shadows are stretching toward you along the ground as the air in the room starts to get warmer, and just you hear this like a wild wind sound, but you feel no wind. What do you do?
Can I attack it? I don't even like. I'm gonna swing at it or shoot at it.
At what?
The shadows,
Okay.
or maybe the skulls in the corner. Okay, let's think for a second.
So
Thomas.
explain what happens, because this is wushu.
Yeah, I'm just trying to picture what you're explaining. These shadows are creeping across the floor.
Yeah, but they seem more substantial than a shadow. These are not corporeal, or how do we say it? Corporal?
Corporal.
Corporal. They're not corporal shadows, but they are menacing you, and actually as you watch them crawling towards you on the floor, they seem to be like lifting up and off of the dirt floor.
So, just to understand myself in Mal's position, he would think that maybe he could hit them. It's not just like a shadow on the ground.
Yes.
Okay, so then I will attack a few of them. How many are there?
There's like 3, 4.
Okay, so with the thing already drawn, Mal, the clinking of the fucking hand falls to the floor. Was there a ring on this hand?
Yes.
Interesting. So, oh, Interesting. I wonder if that has something to do with it. But let's see if we can kill these things first. So Mal takes his sword and turns to the shadow beast, and he's like, "Listen here, you shadow bastards. Time to go choppy choppy." And he runs at the nearest one and slides between its legs, and as he does, tries to drag the sword through its nether region to sort of like cut it in half from the middle up.
So roll 3d6, and as this shadow is like peeling itself up off of the floor to form this shape, you like slide underneath it with your saber raised.
I don't remember what I wrote down for my wushu, but I have 3.
You are good with range, not with
So yeah, no, nothing. Damn. So I do not succeed.
You rolled a 3?
Yeah, I rolled 3, 3, and something else.
So you slide too far. You slide too far underneath the shadow.
Typical Mal.
And as you slide underneath the shadow, it rights itself and turns back on you and reaches 2 large appendages out toward you. It's going to try to drain your strength from you. Why don't I have any dice with me?
No dice.
That means you don't succeed. Try again.
I did pretty good, actually. So I think you're down to about 3 hit points of 6, maybe, at this point.
Uh-oh.
As you feel all of your vitality leaching out through your body. The remainder of the shadows around the room start to pull themselves up to standing height and menace. Dustin, what do you do?
I'm getting all of it. Could I, like, for my turn, because it's in character, say, like, Mal! Attack these guys! Attack them! And, like, give Mal an extra attack instead of me.
I like that. Yeah, you can actually... Why don't we use your camera as, like, a spotlighting mechanism so you can, like, prompt him into action on your turn instead?
Let's do that.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Mal, I'm getting a great shot right now. All you gotta do is sneak up behind these shadow dudes.
Perfect.
And stick a sword through them.
So Mal's on his back, sort of defeated, knowing he like overslipped through the feet, and he's about to give up.
Shadow hands, like sucking out your life.
And he's getting really scared, and then he hears the voice of Dustin, and he's like, "Oh, you're right." And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a picture of Carl Winslow, and he's like, "Yeah, Daddy, yeah." And he kisses it, and he tucks it behind his ear, and he stands up with like renewed vigor. And can I maybe use that picture to like heal a bit, maybe, or something? I don't know. How can I use that picture for fright? Can I get an advantage?
Advantage?
Okay.
On attack?
I mean, we're using wushu, so advantage on attack.
An extra die.
We'll just give you an extra die, right?
Perfect. That's perfect. So I stand up, using Justin's turn and Carl Winslow for motivation. I turn around with my sword and I say, "Thought you got away from me, you little bitch. Time to taste the sweet scent of steel." And I go, "Ha! Ha! Ha!" And I do 3 slices to the fucking thing that I slid through.
Okay. Roll 4 d6s.
Nice. What? 6, 2, 3, and 5.
And
one of them succeeds.
One of them has to succeed. I wouldn't have given myself nothing for... Because wushu is you just spent 8 points or something.
Well, you have to have a 1 at least in it, right?
Yeah.
Did you give yourself any points?
I never rolled up any of my wushu stats. So I will say I'll have 2 for melee.
You rolled your wushu stats and you sent them to me.
Did I? Mm-hmm. Okay, let me check that email. Go to Amanda. Because I didn't print them, apparently.
Great. So Amanda is watching whatever it is that's happening with Mal, and she realizes that she doesn't have any weapons on her. She's like, "Oh no," and what does she do? She runs over to Dustin, and she's like, "You have a gun? You have something? Give me what do you?"
I've just got the cameras. Check the walls for any pulls.
So Amanda is like dodging around the shadows as they're reaching toward her with these terrifying limbs. And she's gonna arm herself with a femur because there are some rotted skeletons lying around the room, and she's gonna like swing bada 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 and try to murder one of the skeletons.
Is it murder?
It's not.
Oh,
murder.
how is there a cocked dice? What do you guys have that as? I have 1, 4, and either 5 or 1.
You have a 1.
I have 2 1s and a 4.
Yep.
Yeah, so she somehow connects. The femur lodges itself into a shadow, and it starts making this hissing scream like a kettle boiling over. Mal, what happened?
I'm still trying to find the stats. I don't remember what I rolled, but you gave us. I know I put 3 points into what's it called? 3 points into ranged, but we must have had more than 3 points, right?
You had a lot of points to use.
Was it we used them combination in our skills and wushu combat?
Yep.
Oh, then I must have not done anything for combat, and I only did ranged weapons, which means brawling and melee would be 1, which means I failed then.
Yeah. Okay. You do have guns though, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use them now. Damn it.
So you unfortunately miss. The shadow that Amanda was fighting evaporates into mist, and as one of them is occupied with Mal, the other one closes on Dustin, and it is going to try to suck the life force out of you, Dustin.
Damn it.
Aw, beans.
Oh,
Aw,
beans.
beans. And it does. I think you were at full health, so it's going to take one of your health points. You are sitting at 5. Some color starts to drain from your face. You feel like you're getting tired, and I don't know if you even really notice that it's attacking you, but you feel your strength start to sap out of your body. Mal, it's your turn again. What happens?
All right, motherfucker. And I drop the sword, and I'm like, pulled out my ranged weapon, and I'm like, time to bust a cap, and not 1, not 2, but all these motherfuckers. And how many are around me?
There's one right now who you've been dueling with. You watch Amanda, she handily vanquishes one with a bone that she found. And then there's one that's like sneaking up behind Dustin and is like sucking on his leg or something.
What? And I want to shoot the one in front of me, and then like try to shoot the one behind Justin as well.
All right, try your best.
And like spin my gun as I do it to look sexy and kiss the picture of Carl Winslow.
You're still being filmed right now.
That's fine. How many dice do I roll?
You can roll 3 dice.
Here we go.
Oh, you also have the Malon, right?
Huzzah!
So you connect 3 times.
Right. So I go, bam, and I shoot the one behind Justin as the bullet soars through its shadowy brain, and I shoot the one in front of me after I cut it from behind. I'm like, kisses, bitch. Bam, and I shoot it as the picture of Carl Winslow like floats down and lands in my open hand. I kiss it and put it behind my other ear.
Amazing.
And then stop the Family Matters theme song, which was playing.
We are out of combat.
Damn it! You were out of frame. Could you do that again?
What? That was the most badass thing I ever did. What are you talking about?
I reload. I was feeling a little weak, but
whatever. And I put the gun away, and I walk over to the wooden hand, and I swoop it up, and I'm like, take the ring off its finger. I'm like,
looks valuable.
Think this is what summoned them? And I'm gonna roll up Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll with advantage. I'm gonna use one of Maggie's.
All right.
16.
You have bad Arcana.
I -3. I was gonna give it to, what does Joe's character have? What does Amanda have to?
What?
What does Amanda have in Arcana? Just to know that I was stupid in doing this.
Oh, I didn't roll her up. She either has +1 or -1 depending on what the skill is, according to my brain. But
13.
yeah, you're not sure if it contains any like spooky deity like qualities, whether it's like part of the spookosphere or not, but it looks valuable.
I put it in my pocket.
Okay.
And then I chop off the head of the wooden statue again.
No further shadows.
Good. I just keep like, gah, 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 and then I start killing the wolf too. Gah, gah, gah. Gah?
So you turn the wolf and the statue of the man into kindling.
As the two of them are just watching, and I'm like,
yeah.
As the Family Matters plays in my head.
Amanda tucks her lucky femur into the like hammer loop on her jeans.
And I turn back to them like sweaty. All right. Let's go check out that chanting.
Okay. You ready, Dustin?
Yeah. I am all set. And I close the Plants vs. Zombies on my phone.
Amazing. So as we head back out through the hallway and toward the stairs leading down, where the chants have become loud, where they clearly originate from, we
Klaatu.
We arrive at 3 staircases going down.
3 staircases?
There are 3.
No one said anything about 3 staircases.
Mm-hmm.
So like 3 different doors that we could go through that lead to different places?
No,
they're not doors. They just like, continue down. And then there's
one staircase.
Landing. That's the word I was looking for at the beginning. There's a landing, and then there's another staircase down, and then there's another landing, and another staircase down. So we are descending.
There's a cat.
Oh, hello, cat.
Oh, hi, baby. Come here to mommy.
Where's your mommy?
Oh. What a
Weird.
sweet kitty. What? Cats are awesome.
Did I say cats weren't?
Yeah, she's gonna join me for a little bit.
Good. She'll be your lucky charm.
I hope so.
No one will get you lucky charms.
So,
What's that, lady? What's going on?
we arrive down the stairs, and now the ghostly chanting is starting to fill our ears, coming from everywhere. It's still hard to discern what is being said, but it's clearly like a 3-syllable phrase that is being repeated. What do we do? Spooky staircase.
Continue descending down into the darkness, and I turn back and I say, the chanting is growing louder. We're being confronted with our mortal enemy, the unknown. Let's hope we survive this.
Very nice.
Thanks. I'm scared.
The staircase ends in a large room supported by pillars. There are, well, it's a reliquary, as you realize as you move through the pillars.
What is a reliquary?
It is an area in a religious or sacrilegious edifice where they honor artifacts. So hidden in the alcoves that line the walls of this room, there are items stored in these niches. And as you walk past them, you either catch a glimpse of them or you can investigate them further. But you're seeing like there's like a varnished orb that's like 8 inches in diameter that you can't really tell the purpose or use of. There's like a mummified hand, like a mysterious bag that smells really bad.
Is it a monkey paw?
Yeah. a shrunken head, that sort of stuff.
Oh. I guess I'll do a general perception to see if there's anything that jumps out. I mean... Ah! 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Nothing jumps out at you.
Nothing jumps out when I move lips. Motherfuckers like forgot about Dre.
There's a desiccated frog that's been lashed to a stick that you find particularly distasteful.
Henry would call that baby.
Baby?
Baby?
Baby? Like, no.
Dog? Frog. Dog? I'll take a nibble of the frog.
You pick up the stick with the frog on it, and you have a little taste.
It's like shish kebab, right? That's what you're describing to me.
Frog kebab.
No, I mean, I don't know. There's so many. I mean, all these things could be potentially like powerful items, but I have no fucking idea what any of them are. So I guess not touch them. Besides the Palantia, which is that orb from Lord of the Rings that lets you see the future. So maybe I'll touch that.
The orb? You pick up the orb.
Don't touch this hobbit. I guess not. No, I'll just look. I'll just keep my hands on my pockets and look like a child shunned in a museum that after he touched the Neanderthal statue that the teacher yelled at.
Dustin, what do? The light that you're carrying slides slowly over each of these niches, that illuminating each of the relics as you move through the room.
I would just say, what are we looking at, Mal? What are these things?
This is a room dedicated to objects. I don't remember the name of it, but the DM did say. What did you say this is called?
Reliquary.
Reliquary. I've never heard that word.
The relics, a room for relics.
Yeah, yes. I get that. This is the reliquary room. It's where individual powerful objects are kept. It's important not to touch these. And as I do, I pick up that orb. Touch these objects because each one could carry a curse or
as you're holding it and like talking to the camera, like two lids peel themselves back from this orb and Dustin is staring into the gaze of one great eye and you're just like talking
I'm not
about
even noticing it. Yeah, I'm like, it's important not to ever be, and then I'm gonna accidentally drop it too. Just to make it worse.
Amazing. And you notice as it's rolling away from you, seeing the surfaces, that there's the orb has turned into this pearlescent white eye with a single like pupil, and it's just rolling away down.
Anyway, don't touch them. And I go chasing after it. And I'm like, trying to run and grab it.
As you touch it, just as you pick it up from the floor, you hear in your head, Mal.
I'm like, yeah. Yes?
Don't hear anything else.
Oh.
Who were you talking to, Mal?
It said Mal. And I walk back over with it. I'm like, it said Mal.
Weird.
Oh,
Anything?
Mal Crawford! Like startles you.
Guys, it's saying my name. It tickles. It feels so weird. It's like in my head.
Let's put it up. Let's put it up to the audio, like the microphone.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll speak to that.
Come on.
Just say something to her.
You don't hear anything else, no.
Okay, well maybe we got something. We can put something in post.
All right, and I put it back down. Hey, maybe this other shit's pretty cool. Should I touch any of it?
I don't think it can hurt.
Guys, we're here for a reason. These are really exciting antiques, but reliquary. It could be an antiquary.
I think we should just keep going. I mean, we've got some good tension building, and let's try to keep that up. Amanda, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Did you get possessed by another person?
No, what? No. Are you?
No. Well, just check.
Okay.
As you move into the room, you realize that there is a short corridor branching off from the western wall, and you hear the sound of water.
Oh, I have to pee so bad. and we walk towards the western corridor to where I have to pee.
You pass underneath a portcullis that has been raised, and the corridor slopes down into a huge squared off chamber.
I jump up to see if I can pull the portcullis down.
No, it resists being pulled.
Okay, then I'm gonna walk back. Is there any relic that's like big and boxy?
Sure. What is it?
It's a big box.
Oh yeah?
It's a big metal box.
Big boxy box?
It's about this big. It's like 3 feet high, 2
Okay.
feet, 2.5 feet high. And it's just like this big metallic box. And I like pull it down off the stand. It like falls with a thud. Doom, doom. And I like drag it across the room. And I place it under the portcullis. So if it fell, it would hit the box and stay open.
Amazing. Good call.
And I'm like, I don't like to be trapped in anything. Unless it's like one of those vans. And I walk past Dustin into the room.
As you enter the room, Mal, the chanting stops.
Oh. Chanting stop, guys. Looks like our job here is done.
Okay. Well, that was pretty good.
The
Little
smooth masonry on these walls provides excellent acoustics, and you hear just a slight echo of the final word, die. There are featureless stone pillars that are supporting the ceiling, as you can see, sort of surrounding the edge of this giant pool of water. For our listeners at home, we are looking at a, what do you say, maybe like a 30 by 30 or 40 by 40 foot room, around the perimeter of which there's a raised stone platform accessible by a couple of different staircases. In the center of the room, there's a octagonal, is that octagonal? Yes. Yeah. There's an octagonal dais that raises out of the water several different steps. And then in the western wall, part of the wall seems to have been eaten away. There's like kind of a refuse pile in the middle of it.
Is the chanting still going?
Nope, so the chanting has stopped as soon as
right.
you entered the room. What else can I tell you? There are rusty chains with shackles dangling from the ceiling directly above the central dais.
Whoa, that's not good.
There's a stone altar on the dais.
Can I just do general perception check?
You can absolutely do a perception check.
It is a 15.
You notice that on the wall beside the entrance to this room where the portcullis is, there is a mechanism, a wooden wheel.
I look to Dustin, and I look to the wheel. And I look to Dustin, and I look to the wheel. And I look to Dustin, and I begin turning the wheel.
The portcullis comes crashing down on top of the reliquary that you had wedged there, and it stays open.
Good. I pull the wheel back.
The door opens.
Ah, I'll leave it open then. Good thing I put that there, maybe.
What do you think the purpose of this room was?
My instincts say the bathhouse.
I think it was some kind of ritual chamber, probably.
A ritual for what?
I don't know.
Baths?
Killing people? What's that pile in the corner there? Did you say there was a pile?
And I go slugging across the water to look.
There is a pile. So, Mal, as you move through the water, you realize that it's about 2 feet deep. It's kind of a sludgy color.
I go back and take the high road.
Okay. So you go back. And you take the high road to where there is a hole in the west wall. It seems to be a kind of a naturally formed alcove, like the wall may be caved in here. And there's a half-submerged pile of refuse.
And I yell back, It's a refuse pile! And I do a perception check on it as well.
Okay.
Pile of what? What
It's
kind
a
of
20.
refuse?
It looks like
bones,
skin.
Yeah.
There's a leaf in here.
Yeah.
There's a toaster.
You got it.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
20.
You rolled a 20.
I rolled a 15 and got it, and plus 5 to 20.
It's yeah. You don't. It occurs to you that with the length of time that this space was uninhabited, and given that this refuse pile is sitting in a pool 2 feet deep of water, that it has survived relatively well, given that things tend to decompose.
It looks pretty recent too.
Weird.
I'm gonna go check out the altar in the center of the room.
Good idea.
Amanda's
Here, I'm gonna pull out the big camera. I've got a little juice left.
Amanda's standing nervously off to the side. She's climbed one of the staircases, so she's not standing in the water, but she is in the same room. She's kind of nervously picking at her hair.
Sorry, Amanda. Amanda, go help him. Go help him out. Assist.
And I jump as far as I can into the water and then try to get to the center area.
Okay, yeah, so you can, 2 feet, it's just a bit of a trudge, but you can ascend that dais easily.
Sure, and I'll take a look at the stone slab in the center.
As you climb to the top of the dais, you hear chanting again.
What does it say?
The chanting begins loudly at once and says, "One must die. One must die," and the ghoulish forms of 2 people who you recognize from portraits upstairs, a bloodless Elizabeth and Gregory, show up. They are hovering on either side of the dais, and their mouths move along with the chanting. "One must die. One must die."
Oh, Gregory, Elizabeth, hi.
And they just continue, "One must die," and they're slowly floating toward you on the platform. And Amanda's like, "What do we do?"
We get the fuck out, and I start running. Oh, but before I run, I'm looking at the stone slab. What is it? Just a total sealed slab?
Yeah, it's an altar. There are some gross carvings on it. So you leave the platform?
Yeah, run, and I'm like, "Let's go!" And I run out to the reliquary.
Okay, as you begin to move, the refuse pile sort of slurps forward in the water and raises itself out and becomes this heaving, moving creature.
Oh my god, are you seeing this, Amanda?
It pulls itself on these long rotting appendages through the water towards you.
Yeah, and I'm running for the exit.
Cool. The Dursts are also following behind, and as you move through the reliquary, they apparate through the walls. They're
That's fine. I'm and I'm pulling everybody along. Obviously, we're running back upstairs.
Dustin, what do you do?
Oh, I'm running with them. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. And
Film everything.
Blair Witch Project shots.
Yeah. Just sweaty shots of me in the front, being like, "Oh god, oh god." Amazing.
So we go up the stairs back into dungeon level 1.
Yeah, and I'm bumping into walls, and we're running towards their crypts, right?
So as we move forward through the dungeon, these shadows that we had met in the altar room, they're starting to peel themselves off from the walls and joining the chase of the house.
That's fine. They can do what they gotta do. We're like, "What?" Ah! And I'm firing blankly behind us. Bam, 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 bam.
Amazing.
Just cinematically.
We succeed. So you want to go toward the crypts, Dustin?
Yeah, well,
agreement?
Yeah, we're going to the
right?
crypts.
If Greg and Elizabeth are the things,
we get them into the coffins.
Exactly.
Then we're done with it.
Exactly.
Okay, so
maybe they'll be piled next to them. I don't know.
As we continue our swift escape through the dungeon level 1, you can continue to hear this like terrible slurping sound. The creature dragging itself through these narrow hallways, and like we're all just kind of running as fast as we can, like stumbling over the bones in the dining room. We make our way toward the crypts. We did not open the crypts for Gregory and Elizabeth.
No, that's what we're gonna do right now.
So why don't you make a...
We use the croquembouche, stick it in and go...
The croquembouche?
Yeah, it's a delicious sandwich.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm gonna use that. Can I use advantage?
Sure.
Croquembouche.
It was the...
Natural 20.
Crimpidometer.
That's
Which one are you opening?
Difference. I will open Elizabeth's first.
Okay, so we open Elizabeth's. I believe. Yes, so that is the westernmost crypt. Mm-hmm. And the coffin for Elizabeth Durst stands in front of you. Amanda's like, hurry, I can hear it.
Flip it open.
There is a moldering body inside.
Well, I guess if it's already laid to rest, it shouldn't be following us, should it?
Wait, whose body is that? I'm going to do a medicine check to see whether or not it's female bones.
Okay.
Boop, 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 boop.
The femurs have...
17.
Yeah, you poke around near her pelvis. You recognize a female hip structure.
All right, well, I think we screwed the pooch, guys.
And you hear this, like... getting
well,
closer and closer.
The bodies need to be laid to rest. Maybe we just burn it. And I get my lighter again and I'm like... start burning the coffin.
Her?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I don't know, Thomas seemed to be hurt by it.
You set fire to the bones.
Sure. And I'll run to Gregory's and open it as well. And I'll light his on fire too.
As you open Gregory's coffin, the stench that precedes it has heralded this shambling mound that has followed you up and through the corridors, and it is blocking your way now back into the hallway. So the three of us are stuck in these crypts, and the way is blocked by this terrifying pile of refuse, and it opens a maw, and it like reaches out and just envelops Amanda, and she is swallowed.
Amanda, why would you stand right there? Get him against the wall, girl.
You guys are like 5 feet away, both of you.
Shit.
All right.
Mal, why don't you get some good shots of you fighting it? And I'm gonna... Oh, I've got an idea. And I start getting into...
the coffin?
Damp the flames, and I start getting into the coffin.
Oh my god.
Well, we're in Greg's coffin now, right? So I'm going to start firing at it. Listen here, you slimy bastard!
This is really good. This is really good, Mal. Really good.
Yeah, you fire, and a couple shots, you just, like, have a hand out of the coffin, like, filming with one hand. Yeah, a couple of shots find their mark, and, like splats of, like, bone and gore and, like, vegetable material fly off. And this is a big creature. It's, like, fully occupying the, like, 2/3 of the corridor that you meant to make your escape through at some point.
Mm-hmm.
It seems kind of unfazed.
I get him out of the coffin, and I'm like, let's put the coffin in front of the door, and we, like, you hold it against the open fucking passageway as like a makeshift door.
Heavy, though.
Well, we do together the coffin, not the stone.
So let me get this straight. Dustin is in a coffin. Yeah. Mal is trying to close the stone door of Walter's...
I'm trying to put... We're both now in Gregory's thing. He was in the coffin with the body of Gregory. I told him to get out, flip the coffin, put the coffin back towards the open door, and like lean on it with me while we try to figure out.
As you are trying to desperately push this stone coffin into position, the like ghastly visage of Elizabeth Durst starts floating through the wall at you, and she reaches out a skeletal hand.
And I'm gonna use a persuasion roll.
I thought you burned her body.
I thought I did too. It did nothing. It was like, listen, everybody stop. I'm like, everybody stop. One must die. Okay. You want the person dead? We're gonna kill it. We're gonna kill that person. And do you want them lay down on a nice, beautiful slab, or you want them to die in this miserable little hole here? Don't you want your ritual complete in the right, proper way? Well, I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna lay down on that slab, and I'm gonna cut this body open for you. You can play with my blood and make sure Antoine de Fior is as happy as a clam. And we're gonna do it all for you, not in this tiny little crypt. Let's do it right. And I'm gonna try that. And I'm gonna take one of Megan's XP.
Nice.
This better be good.
Thank you, Megan.
It's not that good. It's 13. Oh man.
The specter reaches out towards you, and kind of like the nursemaid upstairs, she caresses your hand and steals away another one of your hit points. You are down to 2, I believe. Oh, no. And from the other side of the crypt, Gregory's body starts moving through the stone wall towards you. You guys are surrounded on 3 sides, and Amanda got eaten.
Oh. I'm gonna say, Thomas, Rosie, your parents' bodies are in their crypts. Your bodies are in your crypts. You must still be able to hear us in some way, shape, or form. The way you died obviously meant that you were carried over to the afterlife. Do something. Give us a moment of respite, please. And I will plead to the darkness to see if that's... because I have no other ideas here.
The darkness does not answer you. Dustin, what do you do?
I'm kind of at a loss. I'm like frantically going through all of my pockets, and I pull out an object, and I hold it in front of Mr. Durst, and I say, "Look into this." And of course, it's the malometer. And I say, "You guys are doing really great. You're doing absolutely fantastic with this whole cultish." Diabolical ritual here. You're doing fantastic, and I think that you should listen to Mal, because you guys have been doing it right for so long. You're not going to screw up now. And
as he's talking, I'm putting on the ecto glove that allows you to touch ghosts.
Amazing.
Because this is like the only thing we can do now.
You guys, I mean, look at your reflection. I look into the mirror. Like, do they even have a reflection?
Sure. Yeah.
Look at you. Look at how you've become. This is exactly how you wanted to be, like, right?
All right, and with the ecto glove, I'm going to grab her bony, outstretched hand. And I'm just going to, like, hold it for a second and, like, see them react and be like, look, I can hold you. And I'm going to pull her.
If a ghoul could register surprise, the flicker of it crosses her face.
And I'm like, listen to me. You want one to die. One will die. I will sacrifice myself on your stone pillar, not to this gooey, slurpy beast, not to this disgusting crypt floor, but to the stone pillar in the basement to serve your lord Antoine de Fior. So your children died positively, so Walter died with a reason as well.
She nods at you.
Yeah, motherfucker. And I'm like, that's right. Let us go. Move your beast aside and let us head down to the crypt, and I will sacrifice myself properly.
And you know when you're grabbing someone's wrist, she like grabs your wrist back.
Yeah. And
she starts dragging you down through the hallways.
That's fine. And I'm like, Dustin, leave.
Yeah.
Film everything first. Yeah, I'll be like, throw me the small camera. And I'll, like, hold my hand up.
Here. Set it to auto upload just in case you get service.
Good call. And I'm like being dragged away, and I'm like, this is Mal Crawford, owner of the Frightmares franchise. All rights registered. I'm hereby transferring my power as signer on authority of all Frightmares merchandising to Dustin James. My best friend and brother. We entered this house, and I'm like summarizing as I'm being dragged away by this creature.
Yeah,
like,
and you're being followed by what the fuck is his name? The dad ghost, Gregory, and like behind Gregory, like this terrifying mound is like slurping behind you. There's like this terrifying procession dragging you back down.
And I'm like, and you know what? Yeah, I was scared. All right, fair enough. But maybe if my sacrifice means that we can save something... Oh, fuck, no, it's not gonna mean nothing. And as I'm being dragged down, I'm, like, realizing that this means, like, you know, the shitty end of me. I'm like, okay, fine, fair enough. This is the end, but I don't know what the hell else I'm gonna do. And I'm, like, being dragged down, and I'm, like, entering the room. And as a last-ditch effort, I, like, stand at the thing, and I'm kind of like, don't you even care? Don't you even want to know why? Your goddamn leader doesn't give a shit about you. And I pull out the letter that Antoine wrote, and I like slap it down on the stone slab, and I'm like, he just wants you to sacrifice for no reason. He thinks so little of you, so less of you, and yet you killed your kids. You killed Walter. You killed everybody. Why?
And as you're giving this soliloquy, like, we're kind of pulling back from the scene almost that we're watching, and it appears that we're watching this on like a small video screen. This is like you giving your testimony to the camera, and that the audience, all of us, are watching the footage that you have recorded. And the ghosts are just closing in around you. They've brought you back down to this dungeon room full of water and chains. You're on the altar, and you're just like talking to the camera.
And as I'm talking and they're getting closer, I'm like, and I look around and I realize, and I'm just like, fuck it. My name's Mal Crawford. Thank you for watching Frightmares. It's been a pleasure. And I like put the camera down, and I like lie down on the slab, and I'm
and
like,
they just like jump on you and devour you, and they're like pulling pieces of your like flesh off, and it's bleeding everywhere. Dustin, as you are fleeing this house, all of the fireplaces that were in all of the rooms are belching this black and poisonous smoke. As you make your way back up through this spiral staircase, you realize that a number of the doorways that used to be just normal doors are now these like scythe blades, these like guillotines. The house is trying to keep you here, and you have to perform these like complex dodges and rolls to get like out from.
Man.
Yeah, so it's like a whole thing. Why don't you roll? Let's just do two. Let's do 2 checks. I want a Constitution check. So how much Constitution do you think Dustin has? You didn't assign it because that's just one of the standard like skills.
Well, let's see. I would say he's maybe got like a 1.
A +1.
+1.
So roll a Constitution check for me. So a d20 +1 to talk about how well you handle this poisonous smoke. And then we'll also do an acrobatics check to see how well you deal with these guillotine scythe doors.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use an XP from Megan Dawn. I see this greenish, purpley, chromatic, colory smoke coming out of the fireplace. I'm like, oh, oh no. That smells horrible. And I stick my sleeve up to my mouth. Oh, that's just one of the rolls. And this is the second roll. Oh my god. So 10 for that.
So the smoke is beginning to fill the room, and it's hard for you to see what's even happening when suddenly there's a vision.
Dustin. And Mal floats out like a god from the corner of the room, and he's like this white specter, and like he's so fucking confident, and like as the smoke fills, he like waves it and it parts for a moment. He's like, Dustin, it's beautiful here, man. I'm a ghost, dude. I've become what we hunted. But it's good, man. Like, these things, man, this story is fucked. What happened to these people? But you know what?
Yeah.
Brother, it's all good,
brother.
Man. Film this. This is
yeah. I'm getting you right now. This is really good.
This is Mal Crawford as a ghost coming to you from the afterlife. Hope you enjoyed watching Frightmares. Heaven's real. It's fucking dope. Enjoy your life, buddy.
Do you help Dustin escape, or?
Yeah, I do. I'm just giving my final goodbye. And I'm like...
He's like, peace!
The smoke is really intense, man.
Heaven's dope, dude. And remember, 9268. And I point, and like, it clears a path in the smoke. And the blades like stop for a second. I'm like, I love you, brother. And he fades off into a cloud of like white smoke.
I love you too, Mal. More than you'll ever know. And I run through the clearing that Mal has made for me.
And we have this really cool shot from those motion sensor cameras that you guys set up in the very entryway of the house in the first episode, and it's just Dustin like fucking running like a bat out of hell, and there's like this poisonous smoke pouring after him, and the door to the house is wide open, and the headlights from the van are pointed directly at the house, and it's like it's idling. It's still just ready to go.
And I turn around and I'm like kind of running like backwards and sideways as I'm looking at the house. And is it like, does it just look like a normal house now?
Yeah, this looks like a normal house.
And I look down.
In fact, there's a light on in the attic, a single light. And as you watch, your camera pointed at the sky, little boy shows up in the window. You're like, waves at you.
I wave back, just kind of like hesitantly, a little confused.
And Mal's behind him like, oh, Thomas, you fucking loser! And he like pulls him out.
The end!
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Frightmares Death House. That was so fun. But it's not over until we do the end game XP. First and foremost, fantastic job, Joe, with playing such a great game.
Well done.
With reining in such goofy characters. Special shout out and thank you to Kellen for posting pictures of the...
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So helpful, yeah.
Kellen was on top of the Roll20 the whole time, just so that everyone following along in the Discord could be part of the game with our maps.
So on top of spaghetti. Well done, Kellen. Maybe we should just give endgame to him for being so awesome all these times.
Let's do it.
Obviously,
you know what?
We should.
Kellen gets endgame.
Thanks, Kellen.
Without a doot. Well done, buddy, and thank you so much for helping out. That's it from us. I guess that's it. Justin, it's just you and me next week. Are we going to finish Basilisk?
We are going to finish Basilisk. I just watched episode 1 and got myself some notes, so I have some ideas of where things are going to go.
That sounds awesome. I just need to find my baseball hat.
I think the community is really excited to see the second part of that. I've heard good things.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the first part of Basilisk, go check it out so you can be up to date with us next week when Justin and I complete Basilisk, or
the
at least do another
unsettling
episode
situation of Anthony Kitsch.
Yes, need to find my baseball hat. I have my thing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This was so much fun. I hope you guys have a fantastic night and a wonderful weekend. And I think that's it from us, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, well done, everybody. Thanks again for hanging out. And as my good buddy Justin always likes to say, guys.
Good night.
Good night.